It's running the intro. We can do that for a little bit. I appreciate you. It's always probably more fun when there's an audience. Sure. You could say as she like enters the cult of the known. I don't even. Yeah, that's fine. I can definitely hear this because I'm not that professional to have the mics turned off during the intro.
Oh, that's all right.
But I think it's extra fun that way. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody.
I might pull some people.
This is a.
Yeah.
My entire thing was thrown off. I wouldn't even. That's not even your fault. Hold on one second. Hello, everybody. An advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition session is about to begin. I'm going to be the DM Vasi, and we have a player playing. Palis is playing who? Say your name again.
I am Palace playing as Vorkona.
I'm trying to make your name like
character.
endlessly exotic. Police. Like you're the police. Okay, Palace. Here we go.
I'm not the police.
And you were playing Vorkona. Do you want to
Have a description?
Oh, I love it so much. Go for it.
Dirty brown hair, easily mistaken for some darker shade of blonde, hangs down in braided bunches to the neck of a wide, tattooed face. The tattoos represent a number of thin scars that curve around her rugged cheeks in the direction of her green eyes.
Oh.
This is the face of Vorkona, the watcher of her people, the skald of their stories, mechanical bard. She is without a last name, for there is no family left to tell their history to. Human, standing tall and strong, and yet, beyond the dirtiness of her hair, the maintenance she puts into her various leathers speaks to a level of civility one would not expect of some outlander, some barbarian. There's something about her, distracting about her. If it's not clearly her eyes and the way she speaks to another, it's most certainly the falcon she carries on her shoulders. The way that thing gazes speaks to many places traveled. The way she looks speaks that she is tired of traveling, and yet she is here, battle axe at her side. To Vorkona, she is where she is unfamiliar with. To her, she's in the middle of nowhere.
That paints a very vivid description. I feel like I know your character already.
I've done a good job.
Okay, let's start. We're going to start a little bit differently and a little bit, I don't know if I want to say mystically, but instead of your first meeting with number 3, probably from here on out called just 3. Sorry, here we go. We're going to start with you on the boat. You've been on the boat for 2 weeks. It has... Well, roll a con check real quick. I just want to see how your stomach has settled on the boat, or maybe hasn't settled at all.
Her people are not known, well, her people. She was not known for traveling on boats, but she has to make do. Ugh.
But, I mean, yeah, hasn't thrown up, I don't think, at least not today. And you're being woken up by the activity on top of the boat. you hear a dinging of a bell. Someone says, "Land ho!" And you're in a hammock, just swinging with the waves of the ocean. And you see 3 kind of climb out of her hammock and begin to get dressed for the day, putting on some armor, grabbing her bow and short sword. What do you do?
Well, we'll do the same as well. If land is spotted, then surely we'll make it there on time. The boat seems fast. Ish.
2 weeks. Let me get into her voice. 2 seconds. She's a little bit more country. I'm gonna have to remember your name. Vorkona. I swear I had it up until you asked me. But nobody asked me. She looks over. All right, Vorkona. It's been a long 2 weeks. You have been, a pretty good companion. Haven't been throwing up on the bunk. It doesn't smell too bad in this section. Maybe a little bit bad over there. But, you hear what I hear. It's time for Aldo. Any last minute questions? Are you getting nervous? Have you been getting more nervous as the days progressed?
I'm tired of eating hardtack on a rocking ship.
She tilts her head sideways, looks at you, kind of squints, thinks back to all the times she saw you eat hardtack, and then from within her robe, she pulls out a warm cinnamon roll and hands it to you.
I shouldn't question it. I haven't questioned it, but still, I question myself. We'll take it. And from there, Vorkona will pull out. There's probably some complement of food. It probably happened earlier in the day. And she has like the little pieces of jerky meant to keep sailors fed with their protein on their ship. And once again, as a part of her daily schedule, will rip off a small piece and hand it to the bird dangling nearby, keeping lightning fed. It's its name.
Chirp, chirp. I think the bird eats it very happily. Then looks at your cinnamon roll. I don't know if that's healthy for a bird.
No, they're not.
But, it's eyeing your cinnamon roll. And you hear from above that the boat docks.
We're there. Great. Guess the question is, you lead the way? Not much of a question, it's a statement.
Well, now, see, I've told you a little bit. You're joining a cult. You're going to gain mass powers. She puts up a 3rd thing, but fails to think of it. Then moves to the 4th thing. And the thing is, you have to impress me at least a little bit if you want more knowledge. Shit, you could just leave me, I suppose. Explore the entire island all on your own. Maybe find what you have to find and become the lady you're going to become. But really, your first step is just to impress me.
We'll find a way to impress you. However that takes. Will you know, or must I find you?
Sorry, what?
Will you know, however I impress you, or must I find you, bring back a trinket, or will you just know?
I'm happy to stay with you unless you think the best way to impress me is just to leave me by myself. But, well, it's kind of an open-ended quest, I suppose. There's endless ways of impressing me. If you think slaughtering a bear, slaughtering a wolf, and bringing your trophy home is enough, or whatever it is, then, maybe it will be.
As up to interpretation as the weather. Great.
She looks outside, like at the. There's probably like a hatch where you can kind of look out and then shut it. And she said, no, it's springtime. I think the weather's probably pretty predictable right about now. It's going to be sunny and hot and a lot of dew in the morning. And just right on the snow tips, right on the peaks, you're going to see a little bit of snow.
If I ask you to follow me, will you follow me?
I mean, not off a cliff, not off a plate, not into my knowing, like, my death. But, yeah, I'm happy to. I'm happy to escort you where you need to go.
If I ask you to fight with me, will you fight with me? Not saying I want you to. And Vorkona says this with like a trying to understand like the intent of this relationship or this quest or this task of impressing another who promises much.
I will. If you want me in each and every fight, I can. If you want me to jump in at the last minute and save your skin, if you've impressed me, enough, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll let you die. The power I'm offering is not for the weak, so you have to be, you have to show a certain level of strength.
And I must impress you then. I do not intend to rely on you beyond what I need from you. We're docked somewhere in Aldo. Let us see where we are. And Vorkona will walk to the top deck.
Okay. Shortly, 3 will follow you, and then she'll immediately walk to the dock and then walk off. As you walk above, you can look around. People are mopping the deck, unloading supplies, and then carrying it to the end of the dock. Some people are picking up supplies at the end of the dock and bringing it onto the ship. And the captain.
Is this a town?
It is a port run by a business, so it's not a town. But, and you'll learn this, but like this one, like kind of business services all like the hamlets in the area, so it does do a bit of business.
They lead inland. Not much people around here. That means people are elsewhere. This isn't a town, turning to number 3. Usually ships dock at towns.
Yeah. She just agrees and then walks off. The captain comes down from like the lifted up area where he would drive the ship from, and
The
comes
aft of the ship.
the aft. Thank you so much. The aft of the ship, and comes in, pulls out a hand, and says, "Well, oh my God, I am so sorry, Vorkona. Well,
I
Vorkona.
didn't say my nature much. It's all right.
Well, shit, I apologize. This is my ship. I am the leader. I should show you a certain level of respect. I do apologize," and kind of bows. But I do want to warn you. I don't know what, and looks over at number 3, who's down at the end of the dock. I don't know what your mentor has told you, but I strongly recommend you not leave this boat or leave this dock. Do not set a single foot on the land of Aldo.
You've done this trip many times. Are you telling me this now?
Well, I thought to tell you. I thought to bring you into my chambers where we could have a meal. But the 2 weeks, they went by pretty fast. And I better late than never.
If the trips we make, the trips you've taken before, well, that person and another is what brings bread to your table. And you never see me again. Inconsequential. Let people die if they want to. And we'll walk off.
He scrunches up his nose and just shakes his head, and his philosophy is clearly different than yours, but you've moved away and he's not going to complain. Okay, you will see 3 at the edge of the dock, just right on the land, and just waiting for you to finish. They'll walk. It's about 150 feet.
Stepping on solid ground feels reassuring. Does Vorkona walk past like anyone? Like, is this like a narrow dock where you might bump into someone?
No, it's wide enough that 2 people carrying like boxes and supplies could like walk side by side with enough space not to hit each other.
But is there like other people going back to and back from the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Then in that point, like Vorkona is like giving like occasional glances backwards, and while she is walking towards number 3, as she gives a casual glance backwards, she will casually, accidentally bump into someone, or maybe not, as she will attempt a pickpockets check.
Oh.
The
Okay.
first roll of the game.
I love it.
Now, there are modifiers to this.
Mm-hmm. Let me pull that
I don't
up
know
one
if any of
second.
these people have purses, like belt purses, belt pouches of coin.
They definitely would. Mm-hmm.
In that case, we're going for the... Wait. I don't have a knife, a dagger, so I can't go for a cut purse. This is just a pickpocket. Not invisible. Would you say the area is busy? Because people are moving back and forth?
Yeah, when the person you're trying to rob from is attending to their job, so they're distracted. It's busy. I would say that, yeah.
Alright, so it's busy. That's a +2. They're distracted. It's also a +2. This might be something that's easy to access. It might be like in a pocket if they're not noticing. Again, that's distracted, not necessarily. I'm not like scoping out a nice, quick meal, right? This is like just off the cuff theft.
Yeah, you haven't
I
been
don't know if it's
studying them. It's
easy
just
or
you're being
awkward.
opportunist.
I'm an opportunist, so it's neither easy nor awkward. So it's got +2 for busy, and the target has a -2 for being distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the initial modifiers off the top of my head, unless you want to do things in secret.
No, I like that. And I just rolled their perception, and I just rolled the score that would counter
-2 for
yours.
distraction.
So go ahead and roll.
Pick pockets.
Yeah.
I have +2 to this. It's only a +10 total, or we'll see the roll. That's going to be a failure. 16.
Yes, that is a failure, but they don't actually notice you do it.
I just bump into them.
Yeah.
Oh. Catching my bearings. Sorry.
Hey,
I'll just move on.
I'm working here, ma'am. What are you doing? Hey, I'm walking here. It goes back to the boat.
I have just stood on solid ground.
Kind of, obviously not talking about pickpocketing, but like, as they walk past the next one, kind of like stops, whispers. They both look at you, and they keep walking. Or one walks this way, one walks towards you.
Yeah, now I have to be aware of my surroundings, so I walk straight to number 3.
Let's see if she would have noticed.
You would have been on watch.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she sees it. Got a little smirk to her. Doesn't say
Hello.
anything.
I have met up with you once again. Would you say I've come back? My hands are empty, but risks have been taken.
Yeah, that shows a little bit of a hitzvah. Hitzvah? Nah, she can't pronounce it and just moves on. She points out to the south east is a place called Sarah's Haberdashery, and we had just landed at a port called Sarah's Haberdashery Port.
Just the name and direction. A road. There must be roads here.
Well,
People
most
report.
most people kind of just go by the river. There's technically a trail, not too wide, not really wagon wide, on the river. Most people kind of just walk up the river and then float stuff down when they're trying to sell it, but I guess there's probably a pretty well-walked path between Sarah's haberdashery and the port.
Did not suggest it. You only said it. So we go there.
I mean, we don't have to. That's okay, sorry. Let me finish the thought. She says, "Well, that's the general store. Do you need anything? Do you need any supplies before we do whatever it is that we do?"
Vorkona will look off into the direction beyond the port. Is it, according to the map, I see trees. Is it just a forest?
There's like a mix of forest and plains. I think between the haberdashery port and the actual haberdashery, it's maybe like, I shouldn't really move it, but it's less than the 5 miles of that square would suggest. But it's in a plain, so I think you can see it, whether it's like a mile off, kind of southeast.
And I shall go there. Follow.
All right, let me pull you onto the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't yet seen it. Oh, sorry, not there. 1 second. Good one. Let's see what I picked for 3. Couple bad bitches. All right.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you lead the way. She said she was gonna kind of not really act as your security. I guess more like a support system, but she just wants to see how you interact with the world and isn't gonna really stop you from making a mistake.
That seems to be the intent.
All right, you walk over to Sarah's haberdashery. Let me put you onto that map. 2 seconds.
A map? Oh.
Yeah, I've got certain layers. I don't know how many steps I want to do. Let's do the full steps. Let's just see how fun that is. Oh wait, nope, that's the wrong one. Pretend you don't see him. No, I'm kidding. You can see that kid. It doesn't matter. Okay. See, I thought I had one that was like the roof, but maybe that's just one too many steps. As you enter this area, you see somebody leaving. They've got a shield, well armored, and a nice little sword. Go ahead and drag yourself down just on the south part of the... Yeah, thank you.
Done.
Okay.
As we arrive, another leave.
Yeah, fairly busy.
Will not be bothered to stop the traveler. We'll see the door. What are the signs of this building? Is it clearly like, this is the general store?
It doesn't say general store. Maybe you get that vibe just because what else would it be? But it just says Sarah's haberdashery. And it's fairly well kept. You can see that it's old, but they're doing their best to maintain it. The sign is in red letters and has freshly, like within the last week, been painted.
Well, we'll go up. We'll look at the door. It has a doorknob. Turns it.
Sign that says open.
We'll just walk on and engages in the interior atmosphere of this haberdashery.
And then you see
Looking around.
a wizard guy walk away.
Hello.
As you walk in, she's got her back to the door, but she hears the door open. There's like a little bell on the roof. So you open the door, ding, ding, ding. And then you hear, welcome to Sarah's haberdashery. And seemingly like counting your steps as if she's done this 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times, as if she was born to do this. she turns to you, like, the moment your foot, or the moment you reach this, the counter.
The final step.
Yeah, and she turns just to, not to waste an extra moment, not doing anything but, the job that she's supposed to be doing. And she says, welcome. Oh, first timers. And then looks over at 3, then looks over back at you and says, well, first timer.
Familiar.
My name's Sarah. She points to the little kid, or not little, maybe she's 16, 17 years old, next to her and says, this is my daughter, Sarah.
Are they the same, like, complexion, skin type, facial features? Are they actually family?
They're actually family, except for this icon obviously looks like an Indian lady, and this one doesn't. So the dad was lighter skinned, but yeah, they're absolutely married. And absolutely kids related.
Timely correction there. It's not that kind of cold.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Mm-mm. Although it is funny because her name is Sarah and her kid's name is Sarah. I don't. Is that by design? What is that? That's weird. But okay, go ahead. Sorry.
We'll respond. Vorkona, where am I?
You're in, my general store. And
Which is where?
she pulls out her hands, kind of like she's visibly seeing a map of the island, and looks at you a little bit confused because that's not like a typical question she gets, and then is like, you're on like the northeast section of Aldo Island? Do you need a map? I can draw you a map.
I'll take a map. What is your price?
She draws it on... It would just be a little bit more than, like, the price of the paper. So she could draw it on papyrus, and it's, like, really cheap. Or she could draw it on paper, and it could be the price of paper.
We'll pay that price.
The paper one? Or the papyrus?
The paper one.
Okay. Let me just double check.
Pays 1 gold.
Is it just 1 gold per sheet?
Per sheet.
Okay. She'll say, it's 15 silver for the piece of paper and her drawing of the map. But she only has gone down as far as the south in like the last 35 years. So her memory is essentially just to where the mountain range is. So she can't give you the whole island, just like the northern fourth.
Part, yes. What is this place like?
Well, there are there's a couple of country bumpkins. There's several hamlets. There's a little bit of trade, logging, hunting, really mostly. If you get any nice kills, go ahead and skin it and bring me that hide, and I'll pay you for that. The best, well, maybe not the best, but the safest hunting is the north part of the island. Most people up here don't really go farther south than the mountains because you kind of get into a little sketchy territory.
That's why you don't go that far south.
That's what I said. That is correct, yes.
What is that? What is that far south? It seems like Vorkona, even though she's been passing her contract, the somewhat sense of I've been out at sea for too long has made her somewhat foggy.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'm going to bring you to this map, and this is going to be yours. You can do whatever you want on it, and I'll slowly reveal more as you explore more. But here, let me bring you there. So this is...
Which is very questionable.
Wait, yeah. Well, no, you do have cartography, right?
Nope.
No, yeah. Okay, well.
Literacy.
Nice. Well, you can... What you see here, up into these mountains, this is very accurate because she's explored, her husband's explored up until about the third mountain. Did I bring you to that page? You're on that page, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm on that page.
Cool. And I really like the simulation of it, so you kind of have to like earn the map a little bit, but the map isn't exactly going to be a 1-to-1 because I've sectioned this map off in a bunch of different sub versions of it and then kind of mess with the scale a little bit. So as you will see, the map you were on, it was a little bit more blurry and it was really just that northern half.
As I explore the terrain and visit places and get familiar, you might reveal more for it, but the finer details might be up to question. I can add in those details myself by drawing on it, but who knows if they're accurate.
Beautiful. I love it. I like the vibe. And some of the other maps that I'll bring you to, other people will use, but this one will just be for you. So I can bring you to this at any point in time. It's essentially you pulling out the map from your character's like bag.
Perfect.
And then let's go back to Sarah's haberdashery.
Great.
And she hands you that map and looks for the silver or gold expectantly.
The 1 gold, 5 silver has been paid.
6, she takes that. And then she immediately says, all right, now, miss, do you want some coffee or tea? Anything to drink? Anything I can get for you?
Yes, I need to wake up. Coffee, that's expensive. How much is it here?
Well, we only serve the best. It is, with lack of a better term, she'll say it is cat shit coffee. Basically, her husband feeds beans to some of the exotic cat animals on the northern part of the island, and then they collect the beans from the coffee. It is rather expensive, but she says first glass is free, and of course the tea is always free.
Coffee, then, was always a rarity for me. I won't take one for free.
You said you will or you won't take one for free?
Will take one
Okay.
for free.
She looks over at little Sarah. Little Sarah walks off. Well, while that's happening, anything else I can interest you in? Most travelers need a tent, unless you're planning to stay on all the hamlets. There's a couple of inns, a couple of taverns.
You're talking about these things. You know where they are. I don't. Tell me, please.
She says, well, I drew the map, but it'll be another silver if you want me to explain where everything is.
I'll need change. Pulls out a gold coin.
So, like, 1 silver per hamlet? You think that's fair? She shakes her head and says 1 silver will do. She gives you the 9 silver back. And,
Vorkona sighs, knowing she almost had to pay a lot.
yeah.
You will pay.
Wait, did this not copy over? 1 second.
You have the time.
No time at all. No time at all.
No, she has to write down every single thing she wants to add to the map.
That's true. That's true. I just, for some reason, I guess I selected the wrong thing when I copied this map, so it doesn't have all the tokens that it should. Let me make sure. Which map is it? And you know what? I will bring you to this map, which is the kind of the map we were just exploring on, and just reveal the stuff here, and we can transfer them over. But I'll make sure they're in the right spot since she's technically providing this exact information. So she points out where you are, kind of laughs. Sarah's haberdashery, that's where I am. That's my business right here.
I'm still on the haberdashery.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna get really good at doing that. Here we go. Boom. Now we're on the right map.
Yes.
Beautiful. Points at Sarah's haberdashery. This is where, where I am, where you can always find me. Me or my husband, Track, or Track Jr., and points to little Sarah, who by now has brought you the coffee and like a quaint little tea mug kind of with a little cup. It's not a lot of coffee. It's a cash of coffee. It's expensive.
Is this like, when you say a tea mug, is this made out of like ceramic pottery or is it just like a wooden mug?
It's a very nice glass. Like, she definitely would have had to trade from off of this island to get it.
Noted.
Very fine china, yeah. With little birds kind of dancing around along the edge, like flowing around in kind of like a pattern. It's really cute, little bluebirds. And then she says, well, the first hamlet is called Croatia, is right here. And technically she doesn't have a country accent, but it's so hard to get away from it. And then she points about 20-ish miles farther south and says, this is Lavanya. And then closer to Lavanya than the previous one is Heartland. And because she is giving you this information, let me take away the darkness. 1 second.
The darkness.
The darkness. Let me hide my tomorrow. Okay, we'll go all the way down to, the first couple of mountain ranges. Or the first couple mountains in the range. About 20-ish miles away from Heartland is Fangland, which should be revealed right in a second.
These are all homes for people who just live here.
Yeah, they're hamlets, maybe like 10 families, 20 families in the biggest one, basically.
Small villages, then.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how this place is? Just many villages?
In the north, yes, absolutely. Now, if you want to go much farther south, and she says much farther south, the first town is called Ysdal. And she'll say Ystdal, Ysdal. And if you go even farther south than that, then you can get to some of the bigger trading cities. She'll mention Volo is down there, and it is a city entirely on a dock. So people can come and trade and exist without ever touching the land, basically.
You said you never went for much farther south than some mountains.
She nods.
That there is something off with it. Why? What's down there?
She points down to the farthest south part that she's revealed, and immediately, and it's the exact same thing that pops up on the map, she says, fucking, there's some kobolds. And then if you go the other direction, there's some, they're the Haunted Hollows. She looks and there's like a tingling in her spine. She didn't even like saying the words.
Haunted spirits.
Mm.
Undead. And risen.
She touches her nose and then points at you. 100%. That's exactly. You know what? Have you been there? Or maybe the name is just perfectly descriptive.
The word haunted is one many people use. Is drinking the coffee and it's like, yes, I am waking up right now.
It's good.
I needed this. Thank you. Yes.
She nods. And then before she's done sharing information, she'll say, over here, you'll see basically just a bunch of beasts. Same as over here. You're not going to find too much in the way of kobolds or gnolls. Just beasts. Good hunting. Safe hunting. up in here. And then she points over to this peninsula and says, I would recommend personally if you did not go to the abandoned farm. We have not gotten traders or anything from there in a long time. I don't suspect it's still functioning. That's why it's, well, called abandoned.
You've told me many things, and also how I'm not the first one here. Granted, ships come by and come through, and yet it's... Right, you recognize this one. Does just like a motion to the head to number 3, who's just silent in the corner, out of vision. Why is that?
She looks over at 3, then looks at you, and like, everyone knows 3.
You are staring at someone who has not been here before. Tell me.
Well, you already know 3. What do you want me to? You want me to tell you about the person you already know?
What do you know?
She puts out her hand for another silver.
King.
Takes it. Their name?
Is this how you make your living?
She starts laughing, throws her head back, and says, No, dear, no. And then she leans in quietly. Her name is number 3. And she's a ranger, and she carries a bow and a short sword. And she never drinks the coffee.
That's all you know.
Puts out another hand for another silver.
The mood immediately sours. You could charge me all the silver at the end of the day and I would still learn nothing from you. Is that what I'm getting?
She shrugs. Hey, you've learned plenty from the map. You want me to tell you about your companion. Let me ask you this. And she slides a silver coin back. Why did you join an adventure? Or why did you come to this island with a companion that you know nothing about?
Unlike Sarah, who gladly takes the coins when it gets slid over the table, Vorkona doesn't even bother to look down. It doesn't matter.
Well, it does to me. But I think you don't know yourself. I think maybe, are you blind by the desire for power? She looks at you questioning, looks you up and down.
You're not wrong about being blind. That's why I have this one look for me. Points to the bird on the shoulder.
She's like,
it seems you are getting your kicks out of this. Have a good day, and we'll walk out.
She said, no, hold on. And she pulls out some bird seed and like wants to feed your bird. She clearly hadn't like even noticed it really. Do you let her feed her or you just walk out?
Actually, do you have food for sale?
Absolutely. I've got rations and dried rations. And, well, we just killed a horse last week. And my husband just killed a bear recently. If you want some bear meat. She makes a weird sound with her mouth as if she's eating the bear meat right then and there.
She Vorkona feels her pack, realizes, wait, I'm just like a pound off of being light encumbered. No, I have what I need. If I return, it's for business, whatever form that takes. Why hides? You export them?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something?
No. I mean, there might be some rare things on the island, but there's just, we get ships. I can sell them. And that reminds me, I can get you a lot of different things. Not everything, mind you. She looks at you very, not everything. But I can get you a lot of different things. It's usually about, the earliest I can get it is 2 weeks away. So you come here, put a request. 2 weeks later, I can acquire things.
The service I must keep in mind. You mentioned hides. What else is it that you need? I'm sure every hamlet has their needs.
Yeah, some do goats, some are logging, some are just, I guess, hunting hamlets, and there's a farm in one. I don't really have any needs at the moment. My needs are pretty much satiated, but thank you, kind stranger. Vorkona.
My needs are met as well. If I return, may I return? Will nod. Vorkona will, again, for the second time, will turn to leave.
Immediately as you turn to leave, she turns back to organizing her shelves and doesn't even watch you leave. But okay, perfect.
When she turns to organize her shell, I'll do like the quick, like side eye. Is she like organizing things she's already organized when I was walking in?
No, she was like maybe over in this corner playing with these books and blue kind of jars, and now she's over by these books over here.
Strange. Will, after leaving, wait for number 3 to supposedly follow.
Yeah, she'll follow.
Outside. Well, after having stopped like 20, 30 feet outside, we'll turn to number 3. Everything seems normal in this place.
She looks at the sky, waiting for you to continue.
I see. I can't try to get things out of you.
She says, you can. I was looking at the sky. I didn't think you were done yet. Was there a question specifically you had for me?
There's something special about this place. And yet, these people are normal about it. I mean, you've alluded to it as before. It's up to me to find out. The quest to impress you must continue. I'm getting my bearings.
She shrugs.
Will take Lightning off her shoulder and will give it the task. Search for the smoke. The thing with training, animal handling training, is that you can train an animal to do, to obey simple commands, perform tricks, and do simple tasks.
Mm-hmm.
So, a falcon is a very fast bird.
Yes.
And this is assuming I've trained Lightning, this falcon, to do some simple scouting. And specifically, I'm telling it to look for any nearby smokes, for any nearby people, or signs of life, or fires. And I'm giving it this trick. I send Lightning out, as it will do a presumable flyby around the area, however long it takes.
Absolutely. Flies off of your hand, kind of just above the trees, and soars around, probably like, 100, 150 feet up in the air. How far can you see from that?
It's not an eagle that has exceptional eyesight.
True.
Just a falcon.
But, I mean, I imagine most birds' eyesights are still better than ours. But maybe that's, like, really fine and not big. I don't know how that, but what you want is
they
fine.
They have that narrow vision that they get the, like, very, like, crazy accuracy when they're looking exactly at what they're looking at.
Yeah. So, maybe he's out there, let's see, probably gone about 10 minutes soaring around, and you see it fly off to the south, off to the north, kind of back towards you, and then off to like the southeast and southwest, and then flies back. And it's not like a familiar where you can jump into their eyes like a log. Nope. And it can't talk to you. How do you expect it to give you directions?
When it comes back, the only way it can convey to me what it found is doing me like a direction with its head of like what it saw. It's very simple. It doesn't tell me how many it saw. It doesn't tell me how far it saw. Just this is where it saw it.
Are you facing south like your token?
Yeah.
Okay. Lands on your left shoulder. kind of rubs its head against you lovingly, almost like a cat would. I've seen birds kind of act sweet like that. And then points off southwest, kind of towards the river, and then, yeah, southwest.
The river it is.
And then
And I
chirps.
start walking.
Okay.
Feeds little snack. Reward for completing task. Maintains training.
And I'll just give you a little heads up, because I feel like this is probably common knowledge, but since there's no like roads outlined, most of the transportation is right along the river. There aren't horses, so there's not really wagons, maybe some wheelbarrows, maybe some smaller things. But most people, like I said, kind of float things down the river and then walk back up the river. So when you're walking the river, and we can talk about distances, but
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a lot easier because there's like an actual track or trail and you're following the river, so you know your direction. And there's going to be less encounters probably overall, or if it's the same number of encounters, you'll be able to see them much farther away. Probably less overall would be my guess, because you're not wandering around, you're going in a specific direction. But you'll be able to see encounters and basically just move faster if you're close to the river.
It's a faster moving rate versus literally being out in the wilderness.
Yeah, getting lost going up, having to climb a tree and look around and be like, oh, this way. Climb another tree that way. Yeah. Okay.
Following the river, she does.
Okay, go ahead and start making some moves.
Bing! To get to the river.
Yeah. Do you want to be on that side, or do you want to be on the north side, north or south of the river?
North side.
Okay.
North side, just. Semantics of moving on the map, and we'll attempt to travel to Croatia.
Sick. Let me pull up the TM screen, 2 seconds.
Uno. Dos.
Hey, that's actually, I found it, you know. The moment you applied pressure, my brain activated, and I appreciated that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, percentile. Percentile are my friend.
We love percentiles.
Love them. One of us. Wait, what is that? Oh, duh. Ah, brain fart. Okay. Oh, we got little. Look what I'm rolling today. I've got cute little purple ones
Oh.
on a cute little leather map, and I have it velcroed underneath my chair or underneath my desk. So.
Oh, I do have direction sense, so I could arrive exactly where I want to with this map.
Oh God, even through the forest? Probably. There'd be some checks, or does it not say any checks?
If the map is slightly erroneous or lacking crucial details, I'll have to make a successful check as long as I can see, or I cannot get lost as long as I can see the sky or have the use of a compass. So if this forest isn't completely covering the sky,
Yeah.
I can go where I want.
Okay. Let me roll one more. Okay. For the first half of the day, you do not have an encounter. The second half of the day, you do. You should see it from pretty far away, and it is on the opposite side of the river. But you will see a little wolfie come up and get a drink. A big wolfie. Very big wolfie. Unusually sized wolfie. Come up and get a drink.
It's on the other side of the river. I acknowledge its existence. There are wolves on this part of the land.
3 nods and points at it. Getting a little drink. Just getting a little drink. It eyes you. It sees you. You notice its head turned directly towards you.
And I see it.
But in the widest, the river's like half a mile. At the shortest, it's like less than a tenth of a mile. Obviously, where it's wider, it's shallower, shorter, deeper. Here, it's somewhere in between. maybe like 3/10 of a mile wide. It's pretty wide. I don't think it would jump in and chase you. You never know. You never know. What do you want to do?
That side of the river has wolves. Pull out her map,
Okay.
and we'll pull out a little ink and quill.
Beautiful. I love it.
We'll write on it in not perfect writing, not slightly erroneous, but nonetheless, we'll put wolves. Makes this slightly smaller because no way you can write it this big. Bing. Oh, there we go. And she will make her way to Croatia.
Perfect.
Or, well, yes, assuming Sarah gave a correct point on where it should be found.
Absolutely. Just along the river. You can find it.
Finds the hamlet.
Little cute little
of
hamlet.
course. Just a number of houses and homes next to the river.
Yeah, I've got a little hamlet map. 1 second.
She will crack her neck for a bit. Get that nice stretch of a nice good old 10-mile walk, feeling the breeze of the winds, the rustling of the trees, feeling that nature of grounded earth, giving Vorkona some vibrancy back.
You know. What's the longest cruise ship you've been on or boat ride you've been on?
That one.
You as a palace.
Oh, me? An hour.
Yeah. That's fair. They suck. No, I don't know. I kind of like them, kind of hate them. But, like, the great thing about it is it changes your equilibrium. And so as soon as you're walking on land, you feel like you're actually still on the water. Oh, so good.
Yeah, she's feeling that goodness come back to her.
Mm-hmm. Legs.
She will walk into the hamlet.
Awesome.
You'll see the size of this hamlet, looking around, see the people, see the person in armor coming. Nope. You'll see the person in the middle of this hamlet with a well will come up and say, "Greetings."
Talking to, kind of puts up a hand. Almost like rude, but no, I don't know. You know, puts up a finger. You can take it however you want. And is talking to this trader. There is a trader at their stall. And then after they finish that conversation, we'll walk up and talk to you. Well, he spits a bunch of tobacco on the ground right around his boot. And he is in full plate with a pretty big sword on his back. Spits the tobacco or whatever kind of herb he would put on his lip. And said, well, ma'ams, miss and miss. Well, got someone new. Welcome to our little hamlet, our little abode. Spits again. Croatia.
New to your hamlet? Yes. You the guardian, the watcher of this hamlet?
Yeah, I'm the welcoming committee.
Welcome me then.
Or the neighborhood watch, if you prefer.
I prefer welcoming committee. Give you a welcome.
Stays silent and just watches you.
Gives that wide smile of like, oh nope, you invited this on yourself.
Let's see.
I don't know my reaction adjust.
His name is H.S. Jackson. Yes, what is your reaction adjust?
It is a +3.
Ooh.
I'm a likable person.
You definitely are. But first, I want to roll something to see just what he notices about you. That plus a...
Clearly the bird.
Perception? Okay. Sees the bird. Sees... Number 3, obviously, yes. What weapons do you have? Sees your axe.
A battle axe, yeah.
Are your components on your
else?
belt? Or are they like
I
in your
don't have
bag?
components.
Oh, that's right. You're a bard. Do you have an instrument? No, because you play a leaf. Have you picked up a leaf yet?
I could if I want to. You know.
Okay. Just notice the bird, your battle axe. Fairly impressed with the size of your axe. And let's see if it likes you at all.
Get all reaction adjust.
See if it
Oh,
trusts you.
18. Whatever that means. I don't know how reaction adjust rolls work for 2e.
If we compare that with you weren't lying. You roll a charisma check. You weren't lying. You're telling the truth. You haven't said a lie. You just want a greeting. You haven't been rude.
Natural 20. I'm
Yeah.
very happy and nice and welcoming and eager and like, oh yeah, social little.
Which is kind of the opposite of how you treated Sarah, but you never know.
Yes. Somewhat surprisingly, it's almost as if the coffee and being on land for some time somewhat calmed her nerves.
Makes it a little bit better. So with that 35 and the 18 is like a roll to see if you're not really if you're lying about your personality, but if they genuinely
Friendly, neutral,
Yeah.
cautious, trusting, wary, threatened, hostile.
I think that with your 35, it's just like you come off as like a very genuine person to him. And his mood immediately changes and welcomes you. Says, well, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a northern hospitality. Completely ignores 3, but turns and puts an arm around you and kind of walks you over to this well to push you in it. No, and then points to this building right here in the south. I'll ping it. That needs to be my response. Points to this building and says, that's our tavern / inn. Let me show you around. Over here is the, and then turns you back around and points over to where 3 is and says, that's our orphanage. Currently, we got about 13 orphans. I think it's only that many.
What happened?
Well,
Died?
there was a tragedy. Now, this isn't just gossip. I was there, but there was a tragedy in Heartland. And his face goes cold and white, and then his eyes are distant and doesn't talk for probably like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Then kind of shakes it off and is like, basically the whole place was slaughtered. Some of the kids managed to run into the woods, and that added about 7 to our total.
Oh. By who? By what? I'm sorry.
I could only make a guess, but I could explain to you what I saw. There were clearly the signs of slashing from a weapon, but there was also claws, as if a wolf did it, and then there was bites, big bites. So something that looks like a wolf but carries a sword. I'm not sure. But something big and something was angry.
Well, they're all good people here for inviting the defenseless, and I very rarely come across people as inviting as you, at least. Hospitality's hard to come by these days. I'm glad to know that's not just my own that are welcoming. I'm Vorkona.
Jackson takes your hand and shakes it. Sheriff Jackson.
Hi. Sheriff. Pleasure to meet you, Sheriff Jackson. You know I'm new to Croatia. You told me of this. You showed me around town. Please, do continue. I don't want to be a stranger in these parts, but unfortunately I am.
Explains what the other buildings are. They're a mix of some housing. One of them's like a barn that keeps some goats. This one up into the upper right. And then offers to buy you a drink in the tavern.
Are travelers rare?
We get our occasional that comes through. There are only like 3 beds available, so we don't really expect many people to stay the night, but most people in town just come here to drink, so it's kind of always open. But let's say like every fortnight or 2, every 3 or 4 we get some people.
Well, I myself am a traveler. I may be new, but I'm trying to get acquainted. It's how I make my living. So, as is my right, or as is my purpose, what do you have to tell? You told me of a tragedy, but surely this place of Croatia is more than just a few homes. You yourself are armed and armored. You're not from here. You are, I'm shocked.
No, I'm from much closer by the mountain, and then spits tobacco on the floor of the inn, which is really gross, kind of just very uncouth. Says, no, I'm closer to the heart.
He's the sheriff.
Right, who's gonna stop him, right? Or maybe these are just
the armor.
Old times. And a bastard sword or something similar. But these times that I've been raised in, they're kind of lawless. A lot of weird things. Nothing I feel necessary to share. I don't think your life's in an unordinary amount of danger. But someone needed to be the sheriff, and we can't really... I don't get a wage, so we can't... Each hamlet cannot support one sheriff, so I do my best to travel between them, and so you could see me at any of the hamlets.
You're a guardian of the people around here.
Stands up straight. You could say that.
What have you faced? What threats? What dangers? What accomplishments? What heads? What stories? Smirks. What great beasts have the great Sheriff Jackson slew?
Well, the sheriff job, if you will, is not really about slaying beasts. I'm not an adventurer. I never was. My knee is fine. I've never taken an arrow. It's not my calling. Really, I'm just here. I'm a people person. You know, someone gets too drunk and starts beating someone up. I watch them until they sober up. If there's justice that needs to be had, I will handle it, you know, the best of my abilities. I've killed some bears, some wolves, an elk to eat, but none of these are, I think, beasts that would impress you.
This man saying these bears so casually speaks otherwise, but Vorkona keeps that to herself. Well, if a traveling lady armed with an axe and nothing more needed a word of advice, what would you give?
Find Raven.
I'm a falcon, not a raven. I guess I'll be on the search.
Okay. He'll nod and go up to the bar, get some drinks, and bring back 3 drinks. The first round's on him. And then kind of letting that linger in your head for a while. He'll come back and be like, no. Raven is she is the local... She's one of the best hunters I've ever met. She's grown up on this island. She's one of the most capable. If there's anything else that you need to know that no one else can tell you, it's probably her.
You say find her as if you don't know where to.
Well, 6 days ago, she was leaving Heartland when I was leaving, except for she was going in a different direction. So I imagine she'll get some hunts, get some pelts, and be at Sarah's or be on one of the hamlets on the way to Sarah's. Eventually, I'm sure you'll come across her. Keep an eye out.
I guess I will. But surely, and now that we're relaxing the moods, you have stories to tell, tales to speak of. And this is where Vorkona will get into her more bardic nature of like, please, I'm sure other people have heard or have not heard of these things.
Well,
Attempts to charisma check her way into potentially getting him to reveal more things. Who know, now that he has looser lips.
he says, well, you know, if you were a bard, I'd see an instrument, right? Like maybe if there was a little bit of music, I would I would open up about my grand adventures, but I just don't feel in the
You wanna
mood.
hear a tune. You wanna hear a tune. Well,
No.
what's the problem? I'm not a bard, I must admit. But, but, what's the problem with bards?
What's the problem with bards?
You don't know the problem with bards. We'll go out. Give me a second. She will go outside. We'll come back in after a moment later. And you wish to hear the song of my people?
You only have one? Takes a big drink. Three's got her feet up.
This is one of them, the one that I play. And she will cup her hands and bring them to her mouth as if to like hide whatever tone she's about to do. But surprise, there's a leaf between the two thumbs. And we'll attempt to play a very somber and somewhat sad tone of whistling. I will now roll a performance or a instrument check as I play the leaf. It is a skill on my character sheet as a mechanical bard.
It is?
Are you ready?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, probably goes unappreciated.
You know, our expectations in the modern day versus people's expectations back in the day, I think any amount of music is probably welcomed as long as it's not just garbage. Now, maybe this wouldn't have provided the level of inspiration to get the most secretive things out, but this...
I can still play it.
Yeah, and there's like a 2-drink minimum. He's already on like the second one, so you probably get a bonus for that. Maybe a bonus of 1. We'll call that a 21. It'll be fine. So he tells you a variety of stories that he went out to the abandoned farm. Let's just go look at this map real quick.
The map. I'll have to make my own version, which won't be hard. I'll just have to like take a snip.
Yeah, I mean, I could take you just to your map if you want to just start writing on that, but then I don't have these icons there. It's not, the plan's not fully thought out. I'm still developing it.
Probably after the session, I'll make necessary adjustments to that
Cool.
other map. I like writing on my own maps.
Points
Yes.
points down, and then
More about this farm.
it will share. I'm glad that you like writing on your own. That's what I was hoping for. A little bit of I guess ownership. We'll expose a little bit more of the map because he has been farther south. Let's do about like that. That would be cool. You know what? I think
the kobolds and the haunted hollows, but
I think he's actually gone all the way to Yastal. So he'll explain even where Yastal is on this map. I'm going to give you the whole map.
what?
Yeah. So he'll point down to the bottom of the map and say, well, it's been about 3 years since I was last in Yastal, but shit, and then points up to the higher part of the map. Over here, some kobolds, and you already have that exposed. And he'll point down to like the next group of trees and say,
You've been down there?
hella fucking
Reason.
kobolds.
Why would you go and surround yourself with kobolds?
That's the only way. That's the only way you can get down to Yastal. That, or if you want to go, and then points over here to the Death Desert. Now, I do have some stories about Death Desert I could give you. And then, of course...
How would you get to Yastal? We'll point out the map that we're both looking at. How would you get to Yastal with the kobolds? You just mentioned Death Desert, which is this open plain.
Mm-hmm. He says, well, you go through the tunnel, of course. He'd say, like, of course you've heard of the tunnel.
I'm new here. I'm sorry. A tunnel. There's a tunnel. Someone dig a tunnel through the mountain.
I mean, there used to be a tunnel running all the way from north to south of the mountain range, but in the middle, it collapsed. So you could still start down the path, but then you just be stopped because there's, 1,000-ton boulders in your way. But if you can make it all the way down to the south, you can cross over. And then he'll say, there is a tunnel in the north. It's less useful. Again, it used to connect these two tunnels, but it's been collapsed, and he'll point to the tunnel in the north. And then point to these trees over here and say, some more kobolds, as he takes another drink. So basically, all of this is kobolds. I could tell you, now there's this kobold queen. See, the kobolds, they don't attack when it's just like 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. We're pretty big. I got a big sword. That's scary. Now, if you get like 7, 8, 9, 10 of them that jump you, you're walking, they jump out of their little forest, well, they can be dangerous. And one time, after slaughtering half a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, he starts counting, at least 4 dozen. You can roll some type of check to see if you believe that number. There was like a magic caster. There was a kobold queen, if you will. She looked different than the others. Fancy in some way. She had reason. We could communicate. She knew common, or at least a bastardized version of common, and she negotiated. We negotiated peace.
So these creatures have claimed these lands, like the people here claim these hamlets?
He nods. Yep, that's the Kobold Coast.
So how would you get down to Yzdal? Yzdal.
By boat, I suppose, would be the easiest if you had a boat. But assuming the whole point of you come into the north is you don't want to go by boat, eyes you up and down, eyes 3 up and down, I'd say the safest is to deal with the kobolds. Now, there is a chance, once you get closer to the tunnels, there is a chance that you'll run into some gnolls. But they mostly reside in the Golden Coast, which is much farther south. So you could very well not even see them.
Noted. You've spoken of a lot. Just so I don't go where I shouldn't. You say death desert, as I assume that's where people go to die.
Or maybe that's where the death go to live. But they're...
The haunted hollows?
Haunted hollows, or maybe more like specters, ghosts, if you will. The dead desert is more like walking... Well, the city of the dead, he'll say, and point on the map. The city of the dead, you will find just all types of the waking dead.
There is a city filled with the dead.
Now, I don't know if it's like a city like you think of where they're doing commerce, they're doing trade, and like there's a king that they worship and they wage wars on other cities and it's like a state all of its own with intelligence. I'm not sure if that's what you're thinking. That's not what I was thinking. I think it's like a city or something that something bad happened to a long time ago, and now they're just kind of like walking around skeletons, decaying, like, "Argh," and he'll make that noise like, "Argh."
And you're just one man. You can't deal with all this yourself, so you live up here, where it's safer.
I'm not the Sheriff Jackson of the Dead City. That is correct. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Duly noted. Well, shall I highlight your reputation to those I come across, make this place more popular, make you potentially have enough people to take care of so they would pay you? Or should I just leave you be? I'm a storyteller. I travel around and I tell stories. I don't have many to tell. I don't.
Well, I'm sure you'll meet some interesting folks, and then you'll have some stories to tell of your own before before the day's done, metaphorical day, if you will. If you want to remember me too, some of the people you come across, I'm sure a portion of them will know my name. But if you are suggesting that you would like to write a ballad in my honor, well, little miss, you'll probably have to buy me a few more drinks.
That I can't do.
Mm.
Nonetheless, you speak in much, and for that I thank you. It's hard to come across people as kind as you are these days. Usually people would just ignore you.
Yeah, you know what?
Ignore me.
Yeah, the last few people that came through, one couple years back, one a little bit more recently. Yeah, they were just kind of rude to me, Like, some people, they don't like the police, and, well, I'm not here to throw you in jail for, using drugs or whatnot. I'm just here to, make sure everything's fine. Make sure everything's fine and dandy. I'm glad you're friendly. You're friendly with the police.
I don't think you have a jail, so whatever form of punishment you have would be a far more. Well, let's just say you'd have to make do in places like these.
We dig a big hole, we bury you, leave your head above it, and kind of pat it down, and then we leave you there till you cool off.
Oh, I used to do something like that back where I live. Oh,
Just for pleasure, or were you a police officer also?
no. Probably root out the unruly ones.
Yes, yeah.
Nonetheless, I can't stay here for too long. I have to earn my keep as well. And it seems there's not much business to do here. I presume. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well,
I am many things. I'm a healer, and by trade, my one part. There are beasts in this area. You deal with people who are in need of help. Surely where there are dangers, there are those who have suffered from the danger.
Well, most of the people up here, I guess, are kind of just... As long as we keep back the beasts, we hunt enough of them that they don't encroach on our hamlets, that it should be fine. Most of the more harsh and scary stuff is on the east side of the river. That's lowers his head, gets real quiet.
Like wolves.
Yes, like wolves. And whatever happened to Heartland. Heartland is on that east side.
Heartland. Yes, I told Heartland was down there. Sarah told me about it, but she didn't say what happened with it. She seemed very greedy.
Are you from a haberdasher? You're not. She's not. You're talking about the daughter. The daughter's a little greedy, not the mom. She's just such a delight.
I guess it was just the seasickness.
Well, I mean, she is a businesswoman. Did she charge you for information? She has been known to do that.
Thus, the blank stare, like, do I even need to answer? Well, she said she cares about pelts. That's all I know.
Yeah, people in distant lands, they pay a lot for our pelts. Just whatever you got. I think we've got more wildlife than they do in the civilized places.
They've killed all their animals.
I wouldn't know. Never been there. But, I could suspect that that's how that would work. Yeah.
It's all about farms for them. And they put all their cattle in one place.
Oh.
And they're shocked when their cattle catches disease.
Imagine the smell.
They say my people smell. Nonetheless, the day is still young and I have places to go. Thank you, Jackson. I'll do it again one day.
He nods, excuses himself from the table, and leaves the room. Or leaves the tavern after finishing his last little drink.
Does he have the classic belt pouch of coin? I'm not gonna say I'm stealing from it.
He does.
Duly noted for the future. I make my leave.
Okay. Y'all leave Croatia, or you want to be in the? You want to stay in the hamlet?
I'm leaving Croatia.
Okay.
There's not much happening here
Yeah, kind of a boring little hamlet.
for now.
Mm.
Now on to looks at map. Slovenia.
3 will nod and kind of just point towards
Was
the
not
exit.
even asking that 2, 3, just ignoring 3's existence for now.
She notes that you don't want any of her advice and will stay quiet.
That's for her to pipe up. I gotta do my part, apparently. I will go on an adventure. This is gonna be another 5. This might be the entirety of my adventuring day in the second half. I do not know. How many miles can I travel in a single day?
On the river, I was guessing around 20 if you don't like stop and fish or anything.
Well, it's gonna be something like this, so I don't know if I'll even make it to Slovenia.
Do you have a tent? Are you gonna camp? What are you gonna do?
Well, I have the following. I have a bedroll, but now that you asked what I'm gonna do, I do have canvas. I have a yard of canvas, so I can find a nice nook and cranny in, like, next to some trees or maybe a rock or boulder. I can pitch the canvas in such a way so it covers me for the most part.
Yeah, like
Get
a
some
little lean-to.
bushes that I tear up and like pile over to give me some nice cover.
Cool.
I put leaves and bush and like plant and branches over the canvas so it looks natural.
Disguising yourself.
Yes. I would be foolish to just sleep out in the middle of the wilderness, easily spotted.
So foolish.
Many an adventurer don't know what they're doing. Many a traveler travel unaware of the dangers.
That is 100% true. They just walk out without food or drink, no rations, no without telling anyone, and then they just forever disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped one of my die, and I have not found it yet.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll over here.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Right
This
there.
is, we'll say this is foresty. It's technically river. It's a little less than forest. I'll do a manual adjustment. And it is nighttime now. Well, actually, this first roll would have been walking, so let's do a little bit earlier in the day. Yeah, you're good. Let's do another one. Just do 2 more. Okay. Okay, you do have one encounter towards the end of the day before you've bed down. You could say it was like you found your spot, or maybe it's right before you found your camping spot. But let me see what you see, or what you find.
Oh, it's one of the first, so it must happen earlier. Before I camp.
Yeah, well, yes. Probably before you found the camping spot. Later in the afternoon, though. Probably like around 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then that 74 was going to be the night roll, which is nothing for your current location. That's nothing. So you actually see, this time it is on your side of the river, but roll a perception check. I'm going to give you an advantage. Or a couple of pluses, maybe like a +4.
I got a bud on my shoulder. I can probably make me aware of encroaching predators.
That's true. Damn it, that's so
Natural
good.
20.
That'd be even a bigger bonus, probably. Or maybe the bird will have its own roll. But that right there is beautiful. I'll take that. You will see, again, coming up, just to get a little drinky drink, maybe 200 yards in front of you, you'll see a little bear, little black bear, going up, goes into the water, drinks from it, starts fishing for some salmon, some trout.
It's in the water.
It's in the water. Maybe 200 yards ahead of you. Maybe 250.
I don't know the health of a bear. Looks into my gear. I don't have a trap. or anything to help me slay a bear with my armor. And so she looks at the bear, and it is as strong as her. We'll note the
Easily.
bear, and we'll... Oh, easily. She is not a warrior, and so she will respect the warrior of nature, and will circle around it.
Okay.
She has not shed blood, so she cannot claim to shed this blood.
You're just gonna...
Attempt to avoid this encounter.
Okay. I want to kind of roll a perception to see if it even notices you.
Yeah.
It doesn't notice. Maybe you go another 100 yards. It doesn't notice. Let's say you go another 50 yards so that you're equal to it, but pretty far off. How far off are you into the river or into the woods, would you say?
The edge of sight.
Okay. God, such bad rolls. Oh my goodness. I mean, good for you, I suppose. Okay, and then you're walking away.
Mm-hmm.
And you're 200 yards away, 300 yards. Wow. I swear none of those are above an 11. Yeah, you can just walk past the bear.
I have won this encounter.
Like it's absolutely nothing. Yeah, no, genuinely. I mean, in some regards, you definitely have. It didn't attack you. It stays in the river. It's fishing for longer than you're aware of, but it doesn't seem to follow you or anything.
Yes. And with that, we'll eventually... The sun will get close to setting, and Vorkona will not travel at sundown, so she will set up camp in preparation.
Okay. 3 does the same thing. We'll set up a... She actually has a little hammock, so she finds some trees and lays some kind of oddly shaped canvas wrapped around both the trees and kind of tests it, make sure it doesn't like sag too much, and then she takes off her boots and then goes towards the river and just puts her feet in the river.
Mm-hmm. We'll look to Lightning, take off the shoulder while camp is being set up, and say, "Look for life." Set out to look for any signs of life of any people nearby, or wildlife, as anything, just in case there are things in the area. While Vorkona continues setting up her sleeping situation.
Flies around.
Granted, I think you rolled for night encounters already, so...
Yeah, I mean, I could roll for the morning one, I suppose, but yeah. You'll set up, 3 will suggest you set up watches. The bird
Watches.
comes...
You want to watch? Somewhat shocked by this input.
She pauses and then just shakes her head and her body like, you suggest we don't? Is that what you suggest? Miss Vorkona, you and your little bow, you and your little axe, you'll handle everything, you and your little leaf. You'll scare the encounter away with your little leaf music. Is that what you're going to do? No need to do watch. She's got leaf music.
Is this a team effort? Are you asking to watch for me, and so I will watch for you?
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
We shall watch for each other then.
She nods. Like 18 minutes later, Lightning comes back and lands on your shoulder, does the little cute little head into your hair kind of thing, and then points off towards the direction of Lavanya.
Understandable. Civilization. Or people, or life, or monsters.
Something.
Wildlife. And so, between the two of us, it means that the rest probably lasts longer, so we get enough rest in the first place. Vorkona was more than willing to just sleep on her own and trust in her ability to hide herself, but hearing number 3 pipe in on this, like, oh, okay.
You don't have to. You can. She could have declined the offer.
Nope, she was the one that brought it up. She will take watch when it's her turn. And will trust in number 3 to watch over her sleeping body. It is at first a rough sleep or attempt to sleep during the night, but she's on solid ground. It doesn't sway underneath her.
Yeah.
She has the certainty of not being yanked back and forth from the tossing and turning of waves and the storms above.
Ignore these rolls. Ooh, okay, actually, that 10 is something. Are you taking first watch or second watch?
First, she wants to be wide awake when she wakes up and not have to go back to sleep.
Okay. Then that actually does happen on the second watch. While 3 is asleep in her hammock, maybe a faint snore. You will see some moose. Well, one really big moose with the big... Is it meese? No, it can't be meese. That is stupid. Moose eye? It's just moose. I know, I'm messing with you.
The moose.
The moose.
Single and plural. The moose.
You see a huge...
Terrifying.
But yeah, they are. With huge antlers and then some does and then, some smaller ones. And they come up basically to your camp. How far are you from the river? Are you camping from the river? Because they go to the river.
We have to be some distance away because wildlife will naturally go to the river to drink water. So we might be like 60, 80 feet from the river.
Okay, they walk just like south or just north of your camp. May make a little noise. You probably definitely see them. Roll a perception check.
It's the middle of the night. I don't know how much moonlight there is.
There's just enough moonlight. You can absolutely see the silhouette of the antlers as they kind of just walk by and get some water. They're very cautious. They hear a creak. They hear something off in the distance. Something steps on, a leaf or something. They freeze and look over. Get some more water, and then they scatter unless you do something.
A character may also imitate the calls and cries of animals that he is reasonably familiar with based on his background. This ability is limited by volume. As a background of a seeming barbarian-esque woman from some tribe in the past, presumably I've had encounters in the past with wolves before, or I've been living near wolves and I've hear the cry of wolves. Mm-hmm. And so, I will attempt to just, from my distance, this far out, we'll give a nice, we'll cup the hands into the fingers. Woo!
All of them immediately look in your direction.
Successful proficiency check.
Okay.
I need to make a proficiency check for the animal handling.
They
give a wolf's cry.
They hear you, but is it a good check or a bad? Let's see. But either way, they definitely hear you.
This is under the animal. No, wait, sorry. I was reading animal lore.
Okay.
This will be at half proficiency. I'm not proficient.
Do it anyways. You already started it.
It is. I believe it's wisdom based, so whatever this is, half. It would be an unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Animal handling. Someone just cries out with a fake howl, or maybe they recognize it.
I think maybe to you, to the untrained ear, you think you're making the perfect wolf sound. You're like, yes, this is exactly what I've heard before. It's basically, this might even be a fucking werewolf. You've got it down pat, but they just hear this weird groaning and moaning thing that's not wolf-like at all, but is definitely unusual, and they immediately look in your direction.
I stay where I am. Just playing with the wildlife, like the rambunctious child she once was.
And then they leap away. Well, I'm thinking of deer. I don't know if they move the exact same way as deer, but they scatter and then they're gone.
As they should be.
Mm-hmm.
I win this encounter.
Well, yeah, sure. We'll count that one as a win. Okay.
Thus, with no other activity in the darkness, and enough of the moon has shifted in the sky. Vorkona will go over to number 3, and will slightly just like make tap on the ground next to her to hopefully slowly, with like increasing volume, to wake her up.
What?
Wakey, wakey.
What do you want, Vorkona? What do you want?
Your turn. You promise.
It's such a dumb fucking decision.
It was, wasn't it? You've never had to. I was about to do it myself and see what would have happened.
Probably would have been fine, huh? She gets out of her hammock and stretches.
I just know I get to sleep well under your watch. And we'll go over and retire for the night.
She starts a fire and tends to it. We'll occasionally walk to the river and back, staying pretty quiet, but definitely lets you sleep. And
probably the last night in the wilderness number 3 will ever give to Vorkona.
yeah, nothing happens.
And thus, a new dawn? I get waken up?
Yeah. I think she lets you sleep in. I don't think she's in any rush to actually wake you. So you can roll a con check to see if you wake up with the sun or if you sleep in. But basically, she just hangs out in camp until you awake.
I mean, there's only 2 of us, so these watches have to go on for quite a bit.
Oh, I thought you were just splitting them up in 2s. Like, you take the first half, she takes the second?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Like, we have to do half and half.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a great roll. I think you sleep well into the mid-morning, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. You're still kind of sleeping.
I've been on a boat for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you took first watch. It makes sense you'd sleep in, right?
And thus she goes like, the bird is chirping. Oh, yes, lightning has struck. It is time to eat, feed, and be merry. Yes, the sun is bright. Yes, I still am a light. No, I shouldn't. Looks out from the bedroll, looks out from underneath the canvas, sees, oh, yep, still alive. Would you say I've impressed you with surviving my first day on this land of no end?
Oh, yeah. She is tended to the fire. She has like a stew cooking with some mystery meat in it, I suppose. She looks back and thinks, well, you ran from the bear, ran from the wolf, made friends with that asshole sheriff. You haven't died. You took my offer to watch your sleep, which is cautious. Cautious is good. I wouldn't want you to be stupid.
Some could say I was stupid or a fool to take you up on your offer.
You know what? Many people, absolutely. She stops doing it and points at you. Many people would say that. Absolutely. Yes, they would. You're like 5% there, I guess. I mean, you haven't died. That's the best. That's, I guess, the best I could ask for right now.
5%. I have a way to go, it seems, or I do the unexpected, right?
I mean, I would try to guess, but if it truly is unexpected, I imagine I couldn't guess.
Very well. We shall see what I must do. I'll see. I must begin anew. Yes. I see you're cooking. That is a big pot. Are you willing to share that meal?
She nods, pours some over, and brings you some out of like a rough bowl that she carved out of like a log or something. But it's like a wooden bowl.
It's meat.
Oh, yeah. It's probably like some squirrel or something. What's your grub score?
I get... We love grub score. Some could say our grub score is a 7. So, I'm not an appreciator of the fine arts.
No. Yeah. So high end is like I can appreciate anything, but also I kind of have the stomach for anything, is usually what I think. And then lower you get is like you're definitely more picky. So I don't think you're excited to eat mystery meat stew.
If I knew what it was, it would calm me down a bit. I pull out like one of the chunks. I offer it to Lightning. Does it know where it must strike? Does it know what it is willing to eat? Does Lightning eat the mystery meat?
It like turns its head to the side and like puts the eye directly on the meat, and then takes it from your fingers and then swallows it. Yeah.
I pull out like a second chunk to like confirm like it wants this is its meal.
Yeah, I turned
Alright,
this beak
yeah.
over towards you.
We eat the mystery meat.
Three will show you some of the squirrel pelts that she did while she was on watch. Skinned is the word I was looking for.
Very well. We'll put. There's like a rock nearby, right? We're in the wilderness, so you can get a nice throwing rock anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Add one pound throwing rock to inventory. Rocks are technically weapons.
Yeah. If you had a sling,
1d2 damage, which I don't.
could you make a sling?
limited
Probably
range.
could. Yeah.
I might buy a sling. Who knows?
2 weeks away. At the minimum.
And thus, after we have our fill, we pack up camp and says, well, exploration awaits. I must know where I am before I go where I need to. I think you can agree with that.
She nods. Packs up her hammock and cleans her bowl and sets off in whatever direction you want to go.
Right near Lavania, presumably. So we'll head to Lavania. We'll start traveling.
Cool.
5 miles. Attempts to, at least.
Yeah. You'll probably be able to make it. Do you want to go into Lavania? You just want to see what you see from the
course.
outside? Okay,
I
cool.
want to go into Lavania, into the welcoming arms of the very hostile locals.
Let's see how hostile. Okay. It is... One second. Do. Okay, it looks a lot like, and I'll bring you there right now. As you approach, and I think based on where the river is, you're approaching. Let's see. Technically, yes, but I wonder if it's more. Yeah, we'll just say north. Come in, put yourself in the north on that road. And as you approach, you'll see nobody. Kind of eerily, I think, maybe.
No one?
Yeah. No one to greet you. No one's outside.
Lightning. Search for life.
Chirp, chirp.
Releases lightning.
Flies off.
Scouts clearly the location we are directly in front of / in.
Comes back almost immediately. Does the little cute rub his head against yours, but then doesn't point anywhere.
Do you know what happened here? Turns to number 3.
Well, about as much as you. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together in a way that you're not, I suppose. The Hamlet sheriff guy, he was saying there was some kind of slaughter not too far back. Not in this hamlet, but I think in the next hamlet over that happens to be pretty close to this hamlet. I think they're a little gun shy. I think they're a little shy of strangers.
She'll find out. We'll go over and knock on the door for this building. Anyone home?
You hear immediately shuffling inside, but no answer, and then the shuffling stops and it's quiet.
Just travelers. Came up north from Croatia.
Nothing.
I mean, no harm, just want to know what's happening. I heard things have been happening, but nothing to much extent.
Have you, do you like reach for the knob or try to enter or knock again, or what do you do?
I do not try to enter. I do not try to enter. I'm just trying to, like, calm the fears of whoever's inside.
They never come to the door and they don't answer and you don't hear another noise.
Hello? Goes to the next door. Anyone in there?
Same thing. If you want to try to like give a little speech, rouse them out, roll a charisma or something, you could.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing as a bard. Like, hey, I'm just passing through. What's wrong?
Well, see how friendly you can be then. Roll something. Roll charisma.
Yeah, I'm a naturally charismatic. I have a friendly voice.
Yeah.
I'm trustworthy.
That's technically a pass, but I think there's some negatives due to how scared they are, so I think that's just a fail. But as you're knocking, you'll see a little girl come up and be like, "Shh, shh! They don't like strangers. They're not a fan of strangers."
What happened? Passing through. Everyone's hidden.
Well, you do look kind of scary, although I don't think they would know that since they wouldn't even give you the time of day, but you do look very, very scary.
When you get to know me, I'm actually a lot more peaceful.
She shrugs and says, "Well, I wouldn't know."
First impressions, yes. What happened? You're not afraid. You're more courageous than the rest of them.
Yeah. My grandpappy, the one that raises me anyways, I got two grandpappy, another one who's dead, so I guess you don't need to know anything about him. Anyway, my grandpappy says I got the courage of a fool. I don't know what that means.
Well, what are you courageous against? What are they afraid of?
She looks around. Everything. It didn't used to be this way, but a little while back, everyone in a certain place disappeared, and that kind of changed things. Some talk of leaving the hamlet, but no one really, even in my young age, I can see that nobody ever really changes.
How long ago did this happen? Surely, they can't be living in fear for months.
I mean, it did strike in the heart of everyone here. We lost. These hamlets are like we're all kind of kinfolk to each other. Depending on how far back you go and whatnot. It was sometime in the last.
Nods understandingly.
It was sometimes in the last year, maybe 8 months back. They're still on edge.
What month? Out of character, what season is this place in? Is it like the harvest season?
It is spring, so I didn't really explain it, but on the boat as you were approaching, probably for like the last day or so, or half a day, you would have seen very green, very lush, very spring-like. The mountains are also green, but they still have a little bit of snow at the very tips, which you would see occasionally when the cloud kind of clears up. But most of the tip is actually covered by clouds. They go very, very high up. So there's still some runoff. Early spring. Probably, if we're going to relate it to our world, something like April 2nd, so that there's no April Fool's jokes.
Vorkona will speak up. We're in the middle of the day, and everyone's in their homes. All day? Every day?
She points to these stalls that are out that you will see from your position. Clearly, they were out and about recently. She'll be like, Not all day, not every day, but, you know, we have some scouts, we have some people that saw you coming,
Ah,
and we just, you know, most people just decided to not interact with you. It's not you. It's not you, of course. It's us. You'll see. You see.
I understand the decision. I'll pass through. I won't waste your time.
Well, you're not wasting my time. I'm kind of like one of the only kids left, so if you want to stay and play, I'm sure that would be fine.
Play? Well, let's certainly play in a fashion. What is there to do around here? Surely you keep yourself entertained.
You see that she has two like wooden swords, and she'll like kind of go on guard at you and then pretend to strike you with the wooden swords, not actually hitting you. And she'll be like, "We can play fight, or we could really fight, or we could make a plan to play fight."
Why don't we play fight? You seem the bravest out of everyone here. I want to see how strong you are. This village's defender. Yes, you say there are scouts, but I feel like even those scouts are afraid.
She swings at you for a
That's a hit. The play fight attack hits.
No, I think I rolled
20
that wrong.
plus
She shouldn't have a
7?
+7. No, I
What?
did that wrong. I was trying to do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. I was trying to do like a strength check, but strength and attack are very different. So how would I show that her strength? Um, she'll do it.
I mean, if her strength is high enough, it'll give like the rare +1 or increase the damage, right?
It's not that high. It's like a 7. She's pretty weak.
Yeah.
And she's got a plastic sword, and she's probably like level 0, which would be nothing to hit. So let's just roll another d20. Or we'll just take that 8.
We're doing non-lethal attacks, so it's like quarter damage. 3/4 of it is all temporary. If it's like above 4 damage, if it's less than 4, it's only temporary. Recovers every round.
Yeah.
Well,
Basically.
like, this is more of Vorkona testing her strength and fighting skill.
Are you gonna
letting
hit the
her
kid?
swing at her. No.
You're just
I
gonna
am,
get
like,
hit.
I'm blocking the blows. Or I'm trying to mechanically block, but mechanically blocking is very specific.
No.
It's just to let her get her energy out with someone.
Ignore this.
Ignoring.
Yeah. Let's do one more swing. I'm gonna give her a +1.
I'm letting her get these swings in.
Does 13 hit?
Nope.
She just keeps missing you. She'll do one more.
And you know what? I think it's a very interesting scene. And this might take some time, and Vorkona's gonna stay here, essentially sparring with this little girl for 10 minutes, a dozen, 20, 30, basically forever long this girl wants to spar. And whether or not that draws the eyes and ears of the people of this village, that might be Vorkona's intent.
What's your AC?
In dueling against her, with my fighting style of one-handed, my AC is 15.
Okay. So she got a 17, a 16, a 20, or a 21, and another 17. So what is that? 4 of them hit you?
Like over time, yes.
Yeah, over
Each
the over the
doing
30 minutes.
presumably temporary damage.
Yeah,
And maybe she gets a swing in that hits too hard against Vorkona.
She's like, ow!
And maybe Vorkona. Yeah, Vorkona's like, one moment. And she'll like look at the wound. Is this temporary? Can she even roll that much damage with sticks? I don't think she can. How much would you say, like, what? These are stick swords or, like, swords made out of wood?
Wooden swords, yeah. So they're in the shape of a sword, but they're pretty basic. Just kind of like a main stick and then another, like the hand guard thing. That's just another stick, kind of putting it in like a cross. I'll just do like a
And you know what?
D3.
Yeah, roll a d3. I mean, yeah, so these are all less than 4, so these will recover 1 every round. And I think Vorkona starts, like, up-playing this fight and starts speaking more vocally, like, no, you must swing this way. No, no, you must swing lower. Ah, a good hit. And she starts, like, giving a bit of, like a show for everyone in the village to at least hear what's happening. And I think she is trying to intentionally make this very engaging for the girl and calming for the people.
Roll a perception.
Yes, I will. I don't. I'm too focused.
Yeah, you don't see it.
In front of me.
That's fine. After way too long, like you would have thought if someone was going to interrupt, someone was going to stop the child, they would have done it like 27 minutes ago.
Me and the child all the way.
Yeah, but like maybe she's baking or something. She was doing something inside, but eventually someone comes out and is like, "Quit! Are you hitting my granddaughter? Are you hitting her?
No, she's hitting me.
Little Caroline, is this woman beating you?"
You're a brave woman for coming outside. I will say that.
Well, not too many people around here beat children. I had to, only a cowardly person would, so I figured I had to stop you.
She's the stronger fighter here. Clearly. Playing the girl. She's brave.
She basically ignores you. Wait, yeah. Caroline, you come here. You come here. You come inside. Listen to your grandmama. Don't talk to strangers. And she'll like scold the little girl as she walks her inside. Don't talk to strangers.
You fought well.
Thank you. You took my hits very well. She goes inside.
You know what? Vorkona smiles.
For the first time.
You know, that's how I was trained when I was young. Granted, I didn't take well to it. To the number 3 for a moment. Like, almost enjoying the moment far more than, like, expected. And, well,
Your
not welcomed here.
Your trainers, they started your training by letting you beat them with sticks?
You know, Vorkona didn't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't give a hit, then how are you supposed to eventually take a hit in turn? That's why Vorkona didn't swing at the child.
You know what? In case it did cross your mind, if you would have beat that child, you would have gone down in impression points. You would have been at like a 2.
I'm not here to get negative impression points. I'm here to gain positive ones. That's the whole point. Oh my goodness. I passed through this town.
Here, before you go to that cart, roll one more perception.
Yes. Maybe there's someone hiding in one of these carts. Is anyone out here for any reason? I want to do business.
Nope.
Nope. All right. I look for food. Is there food on one of these carts?
Absolutely. All the food you see here, and no one's stopping you from stealing it.
I'm buying this food. I'm buying this. Is this an apple? Is this an apple? This is an apple. How much for the apple?
3 looks around and just listens.
I think they're afraid of exposing them. Sure. I put down a copper for the apple because it's just like 1 apple. Copper, like food isn't that inherently expensive on its own.
You hear a voice that says, 3 copper for that apple. You're a stranger. I don't know you.
Thank you. Looks over. Yeah, I have 3 copper. Yeah, I put 3 copper down.
Okay.
Takes the apple. Do you want something? Turns the 3.
She picks up some of these grapes, doesn't pay, and just takes a handful and walks over to the well.
How much for the grapes?
1.5 copper.
You get 2.
No! We don't want to owe you.
How can I pay a half copper?
Buy
Does it
didn't
make
have. Buy didn't
I'll
have.
take. Oh my god. You don't owe me. Pays 2 copper. I pay for the food for the both of us, and I continue on my journey. I'll come back another day when these people aren't as scared.
Fair,
As I
fair.
go south. Vorkona, while her appearance might give some very concerned looks, her nature, hopefully, is a calming one.
Well, the child liked you well enough.
Good fair business. And thus, oh, I refill my water skin at the well.
Oh, smart. Yeah. It's probably there's probably not a dead body in the water. That would be weird.
Is there a bar of arsenic at the bottom? Do you understand that reference?
All right. Save for poison. Go ahead and roll your saver against poison.
All right, save for poison. There it is, right here.
I'm just kidding. No, what was that reference?
Recent, floating fortress reference.
Oh, say it again. I think I would actually get it.
Bar, floating fortress. They got bars of metal.
So much. Yes.
Arsenic. Pop that into a well and you just kill everyone. Yeah, I will. Maybe they poison the well for travelers. Who knows? I will go over to the and follow the river to hopefully find where Heartland is.
Okay. You will have to search. I think you'll eventually see it from across the river. It's not directly on the river, but it's a little ways off. But there is no, bridge. So you'd have to look for a way to cross.
I do have to look for a way to cross. She looks for a way to cross while she goes up the river.
Okay. Roll, 5 perceptions. Unless you just get it on your first one.
Yeah. 30.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wide area. Getting close to, There's, a series of waterfalls throughout this whole river. And I think what you see right here is one waterfall kind of from a distance, and then it goes into, a small-ish lake. And then that lake kind of reforms into that river. And I think just before that lake, however many feet, yards, you can see a place that you can cross. The water's not rushing too hard, but it should only go up to your knees.
All right. We'll be crossing here.
I think that...
I'll see Heartland for myself.
Yeah. I think it's probably pretty easy. I'll give you, a strength check. Or if you could make an argument for Dex is better for your footing. Just to wade across the water.
Can I give a good If I had swimming proficiency, I would say, oh, dexterity or something. I don't know. I'll go with a strength check. It's technically lower.
Okay. And it's really pretty easy, so I'll probably do it a +4. Oh, 25? Oh, easy peasy. Yeah, you walk right across. Not a problem at all.
Does number 3 get swept up?
Oh, you know what? Let's see.
Please, it would be amazing.
She's right behind you. And then I think maybe there's a rock that you see, and right when your foot hits it, your knee or your ankle kind of adjusts and you catch yourself really easy. You weren't even going to fall at all. But there's kind of a treacherous spot. 100%. And then maybe her foot goes into a deeper section because you move that rock. And so her foot goes down. She kind of leans to the right. and the water just pushes her, and she kind of goes floating.
Oh no, do you need saving?
Ah!
I'll save you if the considers I impressed you. Starts like rushing.
She does
down the
not.
river to like match her.
She doesn't respond to you.
Pulls out the rope.
You do pull out a
I have
rope? Okay.
I have rope. And will try to get ahead of her with the river. I'll like throw one end of the rope in.
Roll an initiative.
Sure.
I think you're gonna beat her because you're probably just like you're moving and then throwing a lasso. That can't be more than like moving is like 3. A lasso can't be more. Let me look it up.
That is a good question. Lasso. Perfect. It's based on like weapon of size or something. Alright.
Page 69. 1 second.
Combat and tactics. Weapons. Master weapon list. No. Weapon tables. There it is. Oh, is it a speed of 3? No.
Is it
it's
really?
based on that one.
Oh.
Oh, it's speed 10.
Okay, roll speed 10.
13.
You still beat her. Okay. Now you kind of just need to roll an attack, kind of, to see if you're actually able to get it directly on her.
Sure. Non-proficient with rope, so I think for my class it's -3. We shall see what it's like.
And the water.
I got...
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. 6. I throw it. It doesn't go exactly where she is on the path.
It really doesn't.
I gotta coil the rope up more while I run further downriver.
She had an initiative of 17, so before you get to move again, she will pull out her short sword and try to stick it into the rocks, like she's like ice climbing or something, so that she can at least stop her movement.
Okay.
I think she can stop her movement. Let's see. Let's just see what an attack does. Yeah, she could definitely stop her movement. And I think the issue about a rushing river not being able to get your footing is that you're just moving. So if she stops, I think pretty quickly, we'll roll another initiative to see if she can stand up, but I think she can use her movement to stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm going to do another one.
1d10 plus 10. 19.
Yeah. I guess that was kind of unnecessary, but she stands up, brushes herself off, doesn't make direct eye contact with you, sheaths her sword. It's a little bit deeper of an area, so it's above her knee. I'm going to give her another strength check as she starts to move.
She is not a proficient swimmer? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So she starts to walk again, and she makes it. Easy.
Okay. She can make it herself.
There was a bruise to her ego. She doesn't look at you. Her head's kind of down. She thanks you, she's like, thank you for throwing the lasso. I appreciate that.
Would you consider this me impressing you? Not getting swept away?
Well, I mean, you didn't hit me with the lasso. You were a good ways away. In fact, I was wondering if you were actually aiming for me, or if you saw like a bird or like an alligator you were trying to lasso or something. Maybe you were trying to make a bridge. I wasn't actually sure what you were aiming at, but, you acted very swiftly, and you ran after me, and I appreciate that. You can go up to like 8%.
Number 3. Following the footsteps of her charge, walk across the rocks. So she do charge. Away, away, to the rivers she go. To anyone's guess, nobody knows. She sticks her swords into the rocks. And oh no, there goes her shoes and her socks.
3 looks at you and is like, I would appreciate if you did not repeat that around, mixed company.
What kind of company? What kind of company wouldn't know of you? Who should I not say this to?
Yeah, let's just go with anyone. Yeah, let's just, if you don't mind, that's your secret little song. You can sing it at campfires when we're alone.
Well, it'll cost you a few more points. It's in my nature.
Bribing me, you go down to 6 points. Very unimpressive. She walks off.
Oh, duly noted. Go into Heart Lane. Let's see what's there.
She'll say that, but you're probably up to 10 at least by now.
Who knows?
So,
I could have made a called shot against her AC 10 because she does not get dexterity when she's in a river and drowned her. Okay.
you could have tried. You would have made a very powerful enemy because it would have failed, I'm sure. I can't say I'm sure. It might have worked. You would have had like a 5% chance of that working. There's a very...
All right. We go to Heart Lane.
Okay, so this is, before I bring you to there, I want to describe it. It's bigger than the other hamlets. And you may still see a buttload of red, but at this point in time, the red would have like washed away. It would have for sure stained stuff, but maybe it wouldn't be as vibrant as you're going to see.
Oh, that's quite all right. Yes. Ooh, this is a proper town, a settlement. I was wondering where the remains of such a place was. Everyone was killed. Am I right? Am I wrong? No, you don't know. You just found out.
Based on what Jackson said, he was, everyone was slaughtered. Except for maybe, what did he say? Something like 7 orphans?
Yes. And so, like any reasonable and fair, law-abiding, not citizen, there is no such thing as citizenship here, but as any law-abiding person on the place of Aldo, she would go home to home, house to house, abandoned ruin to loot the remains.
You know what?
It's almost like she's incentivized to.
I shouldn't have expected anything other than that, and I appreciate it. So let me explain what you're seeing a little bit. You're coming in from this northwest over here. You will see a bridge. However, this is not the river. This is like for farming. They cut off a portion of the river, diverted some of the water. So this is like a smaller river next to the river that kind of loops away and rejoins. I'm sure there's an actual word for it. So the river you just crossed...
They excavated this for all their farmland.
100%. So the river that you just crossed would be farther west, just off the map.
Okay, perfect. Oh. Well, unfortunately, Miss DM, as part of the thief class, I am incentivized to loot.
Do it.
So,
how do you want to handle it?
This might be a very long adventure, so coming into this part of town, we got the closest homes.
You've got like 4. Maybe that one's a barn, probably.
I will start with the barn where the animals probably got utterly ravaged, and there might be a monster inside right now. I'll go to every single building. I will set up lightning. Oh, number 3. I'm now going to follow a routine here. Lightning. Call out for lightning. Any incoming? Well, that's like what I say to it as like the command. The training, very simple. If anything approaches, alert me. Or like, come back, start squawking.
Absolutely. She'll fly off, or he'll fly off.
He, she, they, it, lightning, as what Vorkona calls it, is in this area. So that's where presumably it will return to. And I go, and you know what? Vorkona goes up to this first barn.
Okay. Well, those first 3 are houses. That bigger one's maybe the barn. But those first, you can go up to any of those houses or that third one, or this one, which is a barn.
The one closest to the edge of the map. And
beautiful.
Stick her ear to it, and we'll eavesdrop. Ooh.
Let's see what you
Another
hear.
skill at my disposal.
I love it.
Yes. Well, this is going to be a lot of adventure, and I expect so many encounters to happen throughout this devastated place. Because what better activity is there for a scoundrel? Performs the eavesdrop.
Mhm.
19.
You don't hear anything.
There are modifiers to this, actually. Ooh, because we got modifiers
That's
for
fair.
eavesdropping. Yep. We're going to get very familiar with these thief skills.
I like it. 1 second. Let me look at this modifier chart. Unless you have it in front of you.
Distance to target. I'm at the edge of this first house. I don't know where the sounds are in this house. The
But it's a
environment,
small
varying
house.
levels of silence.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably not pin drop silence if there's like sounds of the river and wildlife, but it is potentially quiet and still.
Mm-hmm.
And then for every inch of wooden door and wooden wall to any source of sound, there might be behind, like multiple doors and walls.
Mm-hmm.
I could get modifiers, I believe.
You absolutely can. 1 second though, because I'm seeing
Distance to the
rates,
target.
Distance. I saw that one. That's visibility. No, that's the wrong one. 1 second.
Yes. Oh, so for every like wall, door,
Thief skills.
stone, wood, it adds distance to the target modifier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's that detect noise, and then we've got you
It's
are
under
a
thief
human.
rebuild. Make sure.
Oh, I wonder if I'm looking at the wrong chart. Let me pull it back up.
Uh,
I'm just looking at the DM
yes, you wanna-
screen, but I'll look at thief rebuild 1 second.
oh, I think the DM screen technically has it. You just have to like click the buttons.
I'm almost there.
Oh, you have to go under classes, I think. No.
Here's a move silently. Here's distance to target. Okay, eavesdrop.
Mm-hmm.
10 feet with modifier -2 for every additional 5 feet plus 3. Oh wait, no, -2 for
I'm
every.
gonna
Okay,
become
yeah,
rich
yeah,
looting this town.
yeah. You might.
All the adventurers might be here.
Distance, environment. I think it's pretty. There's not daily activity since everyone's slaughtered, so I think it's quiet and fairly still. Maybe some chirping. So that's like a +4. How big is this building? How big did I make each square? So let me figure that out. Each square is 60 feet?
60.
Okay. I made it that way for a reason. So this is not even a full square. It's probably like less than 30, probably like 25 feet in length and then 15 feet wide at most.
Like a one-room hut, which do exist in medieval day when times are tough.
Yeah, no, I think so. So it'd be a +4 and then a minus, because it's pretty small. At most, it'd be a -4, but that'd be if it was on all the opposite side. But it wouldn't be if anything was there. So we'll do like a -2. So we're gonna do a +2.
+2. 21.
And after all of that, I'm so sorry you still hear nothing because there was nothing to hear.
You know what? That's what's so amazing about eavesdropping. With that in mind, Vorkona will open the door if it's unlocked. It's probably locked.
No, I mean, I think if anyone escaped, I don't think they would have locked their door before escaping. It is definitely unlocked.
Assuming they have locks at all. Yeah, I opened the door. I see the interior of a home.
Most people probably don't have locks. They probably would bar. Like, if they really wanted to lock it, it would be them inside barring it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're walking around. And I hate to just roll, like, perception checks. Is there a thief skill? Let me look at the thief skills for finding stuff. Not that you'd have access to, even if there was one.
I think it's just perception check to loot.
I think so. 5e would have like
Anything
investigation. I don't know if 2e has that. Maybe it's its own proficiency if
No.
it is one, which you wouldn't have, which I feel like would
I
be dumb to
don't
introduce
think
right
it
now.
is.
Yeah.
It's just time. You might involve multiple checks for multiple hidden things.
Yeah. And multiple checks depending on the size. Again, this is small.
Yeah.
Let's just start with 1 and see how we go.
And to like clarify what I'm doing here, I'm not. There was a slaughter here.
Yes.
I'm not taking my axe and chopping up the floorboards,
Okay.
find Grandpa's hidden like cache of troves. I don't want to risk that unless I like notice like the creaky floorboard, right?
Okay.
And yeah, perception check. I have a 13. It's a above average. It's a 15.
Just a bad roll.
It's a bad roll.
Hey, it's the second worst you could have done. And that's not, it's at least, better than otherwise could have been.
What did they leave out? Whoever lived here. Whoever no longer lives here.
There's, looks like maybe just one person lived there. No pictures on the wall. I don't know. People don't have pictures, but there's no, like, paintings or anything. The bed was unmade. The sheet is, like, halfway on the floor. There's no blood inside this specific room or the shack at all. As you look around, there's definitely a desk kind of underneath a window to the back. And most places don't have their own kitchen, so they also don't really have their own bathroom. So you see a bed, like a writing table, and there's a rug. As you walk around, there are some creaky boards, but nothing that like really makes you think. I think it's just the natural creak.
I
Nothing
don't
really
wanna
gives way.
Spend time
Yeah.
snapping wood, making a racket.
Yeah. You can yeah, I think that's all you really see. There's not much to see. You can go over to that table and see if there's anything inside of it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I love writing implements. They're expensive.
You don't find any writing implements because they're probably illiterate, which is like, why would you have a writing table? But maybe it was a different type of table.
Maybe at the table where they brought their bread and ate at. Or they did some like personal trade or craft. Who knows?
Who knows? You can find a bag full of like 14 copper.
That's it. Vorkona pulled up the bag of 14 copper, mixing it into her coinage. A first successful raid.
3 will clap sarcastically with you.
I need to add this. I'm gonna add this as wealth and hoard for the purposes of calculating experience at the end of the
Yeah, go for it.
the adventure. And
Wait, do you get does a ranger or does a bard get the thief?
Yes.
Okay, it's awesome. Let's do it. And it's
Per
like
successful use of special ability, per gold piece value of treasure found, per hit die of creature defeated, and monster experience / other group experience.
sick. Okay. Well, that's not even a gold yet, but you're making your way there.
It's not.
It's not.
You know, this rug isn't fancy. Is it a fancy rug?
It is a
Rug's
shitty fucking
fine.
rug.
I opened the drawer. That was the coin. That was the copper, right?
Yeah.
I look under the bed. That was part of the perception. Vorkona takes peace knowing she had her first successful raid, as in tradition of the family.
You can find some
So she
shitty
leaves
leather
the house.
boots underneath the bed, but that's it, yeah.
I got better boots.
Yeah, probably.
Pass it Vorkona. She walks out. I'm gonna be spending some time here. And I may come back time and time again.
3 huffs and is like,
Perception.
is it just for gold? Is that what drives your heart? Is that what awakens your soul? You want 14 copper? I could give you another 160 gold if that would pleasure you.
No, I have to take for myself what I earn, and from there deal with threats I face along the way.
Okay.
Way.
She walks off.
It may seem slow and tedious for you, but I don't know what is in this slaughtered town.
I don't
That
either.
must be interesting.
She looks around, shrugs. I'm like, I guess. I don't. They're just little hamlet folks, and you might find some shittily made weapons, maybe some more copper, maybe 5 whole gold pieces. She shrugs around. You might find some farming equipment, a dead goat. I don't know. I guess it's endless what you might find. And she just walks off and goes and hangs out by the river.
Perfect. Vorkona has plans. And knowing what's in this town, unfortunately, is one of them. And Vorkona is going to be here for the continent of Aldo for who knows how long. And sometimes, in abandoned civilizations, you have to make something yours.
Yeah.
Next home, we're looting, we're scooting, we're eavesdropping. At any building, there could be an encounter. I have to acknowledge this.
You definitely could. There could be.
Yep. Second home.
You want to
Shut
eavesdrop?
Yeah, I go up to the door. I listen out for any noises. And I click that lovely eavesdrop check, which is only a 9. Oh, but it's silent, right? There's no sound.
Silent, and it's the same size building, so +2.
That's a 22.
Not bad. You hear the sounds, squawking, the sounds of a blood red hawk flying above you.
Different kind. Lightning is the fastest. It can invade on its own forever and ever, or it can return back to me if it feels threatened. I'll keep an eye out for a moment before I enter in this building. Maybe this hawk comes and assails me. Are there more?
No, just the hawk, and it flies. Kind of looks at you, but then flies south. Maybe turns eventually and starts flying back this way.
I watch it. Is it following a pattern?
Maybe at first, because it kind of does come back to you. But then when it comes over this field, it kind of turns and then goes back over towards the middle of the town. And I think you might lose sight of it as it like kind of goes down and up again and down. And just goes to one of these trees.
Lightning has not returned. It's still on watch and alert. I continue in my journey. I will break into this home. You never know what villagers can be hiding.
No, it's unlocked.
I'm in.
Okay, another perception.
Yep. 17.
Yeah. You know, you're not being the most perceptive you've ever been, but there is 2 beds this time. No frame or anything, but like just kind of 2 hay sacks, oblong hay sacks kind of just laying around. No desk. And then I don't think you see anything. Do you walk in?
Yeah, assuming I don't see anything, of course I walk in. Axe at the ready.
Okay. Halfway into the room, you do feel kind of like the board below you kind of give way.
Oh. I'll step back if I'm allowed to step back.
Yeah.
I look at the board.
You notice all the
Like
boards have
broken?
but all the boards kind of have 2 nails in very specific spots on each end. So each board has 4 nails, but you see one of the boards just has 2 nails on one side and no nails on the side closest to you.
Of course, she's curious. She'll go up to it and with one hand try and like step on the board, or like causing it to lift.
Stepping on it doesn't do anything.
Tries like use her hand to like pull it out.
Mm.
Maybe with the strength check.
It would be either strength or... I think my biggest issue is if you could get a grip on it. Maybe if you could stick a knife between it and leverage it up.
Oh,
But
I got my axe.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. I'll try and grip it.
Just attack it.
Strength check.
Or yeah, we can just do a strength, and you got your
I start
axe
with a
as like a
strength check, and if I
bonus.
fail, I start axing it. Okay. Pivots it.
Yeah, the side that you put the axe in comes up pretty readily, at least an inch or two, and then if you kind of put your fingers in there and pry it the rest of the way, which you easily can with that strength, you can pull it to where the whole board comes out, and the other two nails on the other side that were kind of keeping it down, they pull up with it, and you will see some fairly fresh, patted down dirt. I don't know why you would know it's fresh. Maybe you still see fingerprints or footprints, but someone has taken an attempt to pat it down.
Is this like a one-room building?
Yes, with like two little haystack beds.
No one could be hiding in the beds.
No.
The doors are closed.
Yeah.
Oh, with one gloved hand, we'll start uncovering the dirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go a few inches. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Sure. 20.
Okay, you have 20 coins. Do another one. Do a D10.
5.
5 of them are silver. The rest of the 15 coins are copper.
She holds them up in her hands as if some like tradition or gesture. Passe por pas, Vorkona. Your second raid is better than the first. This raid, I will bring great honor to myself and great wealth. Following the tradition, she will leave the home and she will go to the third house.
Okay. Do you want to continue to do this for each building, or do you want me to do like a lump sum of gold you find? I'm happy with either or.
She will continue this process for each building until she comes across something unexpected. So yeah, let's just keep going until an encounter goes. She'll stay on this side of this part of the river, of course.
Just cleaning this side out. Okay, I think you can clean up all of these houses and make it to the bridge where you see all that blood. And at the blood, you will see like a body that was crucified on like one of those X, I forget what they're called, which kind of crosses they're called, but the X crosses, the Alexander or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So not the T, but the X. So it's like splayed up like this, minus the pit sweat nobody saw. So you will see a rotted body still on that.
Anatomy check. How'd they die?
They were crucified.
Do I need a... Oh, the crucifixion killed them?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It looks like they were just left there and no one ever came back.
Any, like, criminal brands on their skin, their body? Any lashings of the whip?
No.
Are their wrists, were heavily chained before they were nailed down or they were tied down?
You will notice they're right. Actually, roll a perception. While you're looking at the body, you're examining it real close.
26.
So, like any of the slashes that would have happened, the skin would have long decayed. So if there was a weapon used on this body, I don't think there's any evidence, or at least it wasn't deep enough to like cut the bone. But the upper right shoulder, if you're looking at it, the left shoulder, but the right shoulder on the body is shattered. It looks like something just like bit into it really hard, maybe shook it a little bit before it was crucified.
Before it was crucified.
Mm-hmm.
These came, they attack those who fell victim before were put to the end intact. And thus they were made to watch if they still lived. The world around them crumbled.
Mm-hmm.
Like grains through a sieve. Huh. What an interesting fate. And thus, yes.
No, sorry, go ahead. I feel like I interrupted.
Having looted all of these houses, presumably, we can tally it later. And this is the only thing of note. She will make her way back to where number 3 is.
Before you
let her know that she is, yes.
Or as you're walking back, roll a 15d100. Because
Roll 15d100.
I'm going to assume everybody has a little bit of stuff on them. Because nobody has really nothing.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Just on this left side, you find a pretty good hauling. Now, not all of that. Okay. What did I have you roll?
A lot of copper.
Mostly copper, for sure. But there will be some gold and some silver. I had you roll the 20 last time and then the 5. Okay. So this roll...
Oh, your camera.
Oh, roll. Oh, because I wasn't looking at the camera enough. That's funny. It does weird things. Glad I was wearing pants. This is a weird way of doing it, but roll a 3d50.
Let's roll 3d50.
Camera, bro. Okay, you have 97 silver, and then roll a 3d25.
Let's roll 3d25. 46.
Okay, 46 gold, and then whatever that math is, the rest is copper.
I can easily math that. 460 plus... That's 46 gold is 4,600 copper.
Oh, God.
So plus 9,700. So
Or-
whatever that number is.
Well, we're just talking. These are the number of coins, not the value of the coin. So you got like 46 gold, 97.
Yes.
So okay, perfect. And then like 700 or like 600 and something copper.
Okay. Oh Lord.
I don't know if.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. 97. So this is easy. I uncomplicated it myself. There we go.
So 62.
Oh,
okay.
my.
Yeah. 624.
That's
Yeah.
a plus.
That's a
She will.
good haul.
Good haul. She will go back to number 3, keeping an eye out in the skies for lightning. If lightning is still present.
So that is like 12 pounds of copper. Or yeah, that's fun.
15 pounds. I'm now considered lightly encumbered.
Okay.
Let's keep that in mind.
I don't know if you want to bury it. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do with your gold. So you walk over back up to 3. She's got her shoes out of her boots, bow on the ground next to her with the quiver down. She's taken off some of her armor and is just like rest. It's more than just her feet, but she's low. The lower part of her body is in the river and just letting the cool rush over her.
It's been some time, but I've discovered some things. Or one thing. 2 things.
What'd you
I've found
learn?
much more coinage than you predicted.
Mm.
And 2, it seems before this village was destroyed, the local populace set to crucify or put on stakes of the sorts their own.
She nods, stands up, and will lead you over here. As she's walking over here, what do you say?
It seems before the village was attacked, there were a few unfortunate souls who got to witness it, or were tied up and were able to witness it.
She
Those
nods.
just died from the starvation.
She will take you over to this blood over here and point around. And you will not see any crucified bodies, but you will see leftover crucifixes. I think 8 of them just all laid out over here. But no bodies. Somebody's taken care of the bodies or buried them or done something with them, but they're no longer there.
Seems like they were busy.
3 nods and just kind of just gestures all around. She's like, this fucking place is cursed. Vorkona, this place is fucking cursed. And she just walks back to where she was laying and goes back to it.
Walking back with her. Would you consider me brave or foolish? We're definitely earning points for braving this village. This curse.
I would say you're definitely brave. This is maybe if I had an advanced mathematics degree, I would give you 8 points for bravery, -3 for being foolish, and then for bothering me about this, keep bringing it up. That shows a sign of insecurity, so probably another -2.
I see how it is. I won't bother with such questions anymore. I'll let you know when I've done enough.
She laughs.
Vorkona's gonna keep it simple. She'll keep it very simple. She will go to the barn, and this is the plan, because she can't carry all the loot. She can't carry all the wealth.
Okay.
Right? So she's gonna go to the barn, this barn on the map, and I'll call this temporary lair. Where this is where I will. Is this like a barn with like a second layer? Is there like active hay bales in the barn?
Yes, they store the hay bales kind of like in the attic section of it, just to keep it away from like the rats and the animals. So there is like a hay area above.
She'll go into that attic area, and it gets to a point where she's like, okay, I'm just gonna carry like one of these pouches of coin. I'm just gonna carry the second pouch, and she's just gonna, in that pouch, put all of her wealth.
Okay.
Or nearly all. I have to keep 1 gold coin on hand. Okay. And I'm gonna mark it there.
Yeah.
Layer wealth.
Just in case something weird happens with this map, just make a note on your character sheet, if you will. And I won't play any games like, unless there was genuinely someone who came through and would have robbed you, which incredibly unlikely. It would be like a 1 out of 100. But and I'm not going to play any mind games where it's like, oh, you have to roll to see if you actually find it. No, it's like, it's there. It's there.
It's the barn. Yeah. It's the hay bales. Yeah. If someone checked the hay bales, you're like, oh, there's a pouch here. Oh my goodness.
It'd be so random. But why would they ever do that?
Yes. So yeah, that's there.
All right.
I've marked it down.
Cool.
And now with a pack free. Oh, and just cause I'm gonna leave a few more things, cause why not? If I starve, I starve. I leave my canvas. I
mean, just thinking about it, it's a smart place because all you know so far is there was slaughtered and people are terrified of coming here. So, probably pretty safe.
I leave my rope. I keep the oil and the lanterns in case I need to use fire. And I don't need a bedroll. I leave the bedroll.
Oh.
And now I have all the weight I can carry. And with that in mind, Vorkona will go outside and we'll call for lightning. And we'll do like the motions to call lightning if lightning's somewhere in the sky.
Yeah. After like 2 or 3 calls, probably it has to hear your voice on the wind. Because the first time it heard you, I'm sure it would come. It's not disobedient. It comes down, does the cute little... It would purr if it could, rubs its head against yours, and then you asked if there was...
Scritchy, here's the meat.
Yeah. You asked if there was any life. I mean, it would have seen some squirrels. It would have seen that other bird. But it probably assumes you're looking for, like, humans,
it's
like
not
bigger
hunting.
things. Yeah.
We're not hunting.
Yeah. It doesn't see
exploring.
Any humans living.
Wonderful. And thus, with a bird on her shoulder... Vorkona will, as I go to the map. I'm gonna go into the cursed village filled with the remains of the dead.
Yay! Mm.
This is probably one of the central districts for it.
Yeah.
And once again, all along the way, this time just out in the middle, or near the entrance, she will just stand there and will eavesdrop the town itself. And will attempt to hear any loose cracking on the wind, or sounds of steps or noises,
Mm.
maybe. Attempts to eavesdrop. We love eavesdropping. We love failing.
Yeah, what we were doing +2 earlier. You're maybe a little closer to the river. No, I don't think that would change.
Probably not. It's a 14.
Yeah. And it's still quiet, but yeah, I think you fail that check. You hear nothing, but maybe there's nothing to hear.
We go to the first building, and I think it's going to be the same thing again. At every building, I put an ear out to listen. If I don't hear anything, Vorkona just goes inside and continues her raiding extravaganza. Something's going to happen, right? This is going to also take some time throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it already has taken most of the day because you had to walk here, right? That wasn't too far.
Yeah.
And then you were probably pretty slow searching everything on the left side. I think I just counted like 35 buildings. Let me just do a quick math. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
Then you'll have to start rolling encounter checks, right? Unless, like, things are, like, potentially steering clear of this place, right?
Yeah, I was trying to actually think what would want to come up here. Whatever destroyed it probably has no reason to come back. There's not going to be humans, just wildlife, I suppose. So maybe there's a chance wolves have taken it up. What are some other predators in this area?
But,
1 second. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Presumably, all the cattle have been slain or taken. So, like, there's nothing to hunt except, like, maybe fish in the water.
Yeah.
Like, eventually the rats would have eaten everything if there were rats, and now there's no more food, so the rats would probably leave.
Yeah.
And if no one has touched this out of fear, then it is ripe for the picking to get looted. Oh,
Yeah.
this is the best first raid Vorkona could ever have.
You are, ever since this incident, you're not the first person to come here, but you are the first person to look through all the houses. So, I mean, first come, first serve.
It truly is the way of the wanderer and the unclaimed.
Okay.
If you do not defend your home, it's not your home.
You know, I don't like war, but yeah, there's definitely a lot to that. I'm not a pacifist either, so. Looking at this beast chart, or just like possible beasts, obviously bear, wolf, we've already experienced those. Those could be lurking.
They could.
Maybe a more likely would be like a hog, like a wild hog would have come through, probably eating the bones, because hogs eat disgusting stuff.
Oh yeah, they will eat anything.
Yeah, so I could see a hog interaction. I'll make a roll for a giant goat. That seems kind of crazy. I don't think spiders are up this far north. There are dire wolves. Maybe the dire
went
wolf
after
came
the
back.
bones as well and the corpses, but you know how long it's been.
Yeah.
And, like,
maybe a crocodile, alligator.
near the water. They like to hang out on land.
They do.
Close to the water.
They like to sunbathe.
I steer clear of those because those creatures are crazy.
They fucking
dangerous.
Are. Yeah, they absolutely fucking are. There are panthers, but I don't really think a panther would care about this. They are more opportunists, but I don't think rotting flesh is really what they're going for.
It's also not their natural terrain to skulk in.
Right, like more, you know, trees.
Like on the road, panthers might take a ambush, but like that could have been an encounter.
You'll see some wild, small house cats, some deer, some eagles, crabs. Here, let me make some rolls.
Okay.
And then we'll do like a big cash roll. And then I'll do some perceptions, and I'll give you a little bit more information of what you see.
Because I'm also finding out the story of what happened here. And maybe I find very interesting, like, events happening in certain buildings where it's like, maybe what's happening here has some more to it.
Yeah. More than what first meets the eye, for sure. Okay, here's the frequency and chance per daytime. 1 second.
I may also find books, knowledge and lore, and journals and letters. Anything that, for anyone literate.
I'm just like, are there you're more likely to be rich than find books, I think, in this town. But I'll make a roll.
There must have been a mayor, right? Or a leader, or like a captain.
I mean, Hamlet's sheriff is really the only authority, but mayor and sheriff are different. I'm not saying they're perfectly anarcho. Maybe someone. We'll make a roll.
I think they're a lot more anarcho than they were before. Like, maybe they just all died. That's why this place feels so strange yet familiar. Because this isn't standard civilization. This was the standard civilization in the area.
So no encounters walking on the outside, and you had to walk here. So what time do you think it is? You think it's like 3 in the afternoon, 4 by now? Where's the sun? Probably starting to set.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 buildings on this outside of the river. Vorkona is probably spending anywhere between like 10 to 15 minutes each.
That's what I was thinking.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it must be around like 2, 3 p.m.
Okay.
When she goes inland.
Yeah.
Or in the interior.
I'm happy to say 3. We didn't say exactly what time you left this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would put it at 15 to 18 o'clock. Let me make some rolls based on that. And we're going to say you're here. So we're looking for first encounter.
The general wealth / treasures, encounters, secrets, any evidence of what transpired here beyond the crucifixes and the bodies.
So 70 or higher, and you have the first encounter. You absolutely have an encounter.
9. Yes.
As you're crossing this bridge, you will see to your left 8 alligators. Just sunbathing. Some are in the water. Some are just sunbathing.
I don't go that direction. So I'm not hugging the river for my future endeavors.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen any over here. Maybe
it's
3 has.
In the water I have to worry about, because those will ambush me. But if they're out sunbathing, then...
Yeah, they're being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky y'all didn't see any crossing the river. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, second encounter is much lower. So it'd be like 95 or higher. Yeah. It's very silent. There's not much going on. Really, just the alligators so far. We'll do another roll if you spend more than like 3 hours on this side. More than 5 hours on this side, I'll do another roll.
Oh, there's so much. Like, only when it's getting, like, evening time, when the color of the sky is changing, will Vorkona go back to number 3 to make camp.
All right. Well, let's say you get through like half of them. I think I said 35. Let's do like do 16 D100.
Well, we can start with a perception check to see how good of a search it is, because Vorkona's only one person, right?
You're right. That's where we should start. No, that's smart. You may not find anything. It's smart. It's important.
Because then the next person's gonna be like, okay, time to loot the town, and they're gonna find what I didn't, right?
No.
Oh my goodness.
That's really good. Yeah.
What am I rolling for loot?
I'm trying to think how far I should extrapolate that.
Yeah, extrapolate a 30 on a perception check.
Pretty. I'm saying, since we're just going grouping houses together, I mean, I say you probably get like, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish houses. So do 14D. Fuck. Let's do 100. Fuck it. There's no way you're gonna get 1400. Yeah. Okay.
659.
That's not bad. What did we do last time? It was something times 100 for the silver, 3D 100.
3D 50 for the silver, 3D 25
Thank
for
you.
the gold. So
3D 50, please.
something like that.
Yeah.
3D 50.
Well, there's more
43.
houses. No, it's about the same number of houses. Okay, 43
Yeah, it's not
silver,
the whole town,
and then do
right?
3D 25.
Well, 3D 25. 37. Okay.
This makes sense. Most people would have majority copper.
All right. So 37 GP plus 43 silver plus, and I can easily do this math of 659 minus those two numbers. So I know how much copper I have. That much. Great. 579. And I know that does not put me overweight because I have so much weight. I put a bunch of supplies in the temporary layer.
Yeah, you're good.
And it's getting evening out and it's getting dusk, and Vorkona doesn't want to risk a night raid. She's not that brave.
You don't want a night raid by orcs? Come on, that just sounds fun.
Listen, I have a lantern, but I don't want all of China to know I'm here.
Okay. 3 does not come inland unless you ask her to. So if you want to find her, she's
Oh,
probably
okay.
just setting up camp maybe over here, away from the blood.
Oh yeah, I will go all the way to meet her.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You'll see her kind
I
of
will
walking
let her
around over
know.
here.
Yeah, I'll go all the way up to her and I say, the raids continue, however it is getting dark out. Would you have expected me to make this much gold in a single day?
She looks at your gold and is like, well, grave robbers do make a lot. Like, it's not the stereotype of grave robbers is like they're bad people. It's not that they're poor people. So let's see, you spent the afternoon grave rob, and she's just not ever letting you get a win. It's probably getting a little bit annoying. I'm so sorry, but she's like, I don't,
No,
sure,
stop,
that's a lot of gold. Good job. I'm
10.
proud of you.
10 I never asked. Oh, let's set up camp and set up watch, right? Or is that just you? Shall I set up my own camp?
She said, there's no blood over in this building. I kind of put some of my stuff in it, and we could bar it up and probably just stay in this building tonight if you want.
That'll do.
Oh.
And yeah, well, I don't think I even sent lightning out this time, right?
I don't remember that.
So I have lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning's with me. We go into the house. We bar it up. I can use rope to. I mean, we could put push furniture near the entrances, right?
Yeah.
I put a tarp over my canvas over one of the windows.
Nice. Smart. There's probably a fireplace inside, like a very old school, just like cobblestone. Y'all light a fire?
You would say no. I have rations.
Yeah.
If you light a fire of your own volition, the consequences are on you.
She looks over. Well, I mean, I feel like you'd probably pay the consequences too in such close quarters, but I mean, your point is
Then
noted.
We'll fight together. We'll fight together if it comes to it. How about that?
She nods and she's like, yeah, let's have something warm. And you can like tarp the windows. You could probably find enough blankets and old clothes to like kind of tarp all the windows so light doesn't leak. So really all you're worried about is the smoke, but it's nighttime, so no one's looking for smoke anyways. Yeah, I think that's fine.
We eat. I'll mark down one ration.
Okay.
And we'll bed up and see if we have any nightly encounters. So far, this adventure into these new lands have been worthwhile.
Genuinely. And you know what? This has worked out really well, in my opinion. You've played as differently from the other players as they played from themselves. Like some of the elements I introduced in the first episode are similar. Like I think everyone met Jackson and everyone met Sarah. There are other people you didn't meet and other people didn't meet, but I really like what you've done so far.
And this is our 3-hour mark as well.
Are we calling it? Are you 3 hours is a lot for a solo session. We can go a little bit longer if in the future if you want to go 2.5. You let me know what you're comfortable with, what you find enjoyable.
I love. You don't know how happy I am to hear that you are open to keep going, but I think to keep it safe, the 3-hour mark is very safe to go off of. And you know what? I haven't finished looting this village or the remains of this. Yes, this looks like a more proper village than the others. I'll have to figure out and plan on what to do, and during that time I could start copying like the things from one map to the other, like my personal map, right? To help make things easier on your end. And I'm ending up with more gold than I'm expecting.
Way more than you would have made like selling furs to Sarah.
Am I the richest?
Oh, by far. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone would have started off with 140 plus a little bit that they rolled with, but yeah, you for sure have the most.
And I am directly benefiting from all the wealth I obtained due to my class.
Yeah, absolutely. I will do that calculations. Oh yeah, I guess let me start doing XP.
I can tell you how much I've obtained to make it easier as well.
Yeah, give me 1 second to get to the right page. Hold on.
Yes.
And while I'm doing that, I will ask, have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes.
There was a pause. Okay, good.
I started off like very like the character's a bit delirious / uncertain because they're in new lands. They're in a place that they have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
So they're very ocean sick, homesick in a way, land sick. But by the time they had a nice cup of coffee, by the time she makes these new homes, these new spaces, she starts opening up a bit, getting more social. And I, as a player, can find my footing more to understand what the character's understanding and expectations, Vorkona's expectations. Like, okay, I have just now I'm in the process of looting a village. I am ending up with a lot more wealth to fend for myself with, and I should stop asking for number 3's approval and just have her follow me around until she is happy with my accomplishments.
Yeah.
So maybe I make decisions that go a bit more unexpected for number 3. And you know what? If I have to get like a base of operations somewhere, because I might be making trips out into the wilderness and I'll need supplies, I might need equipment, I might need other things, who knows? And this is what's happening. And yeah, this place is completely ravaged for a reason that I still don't know yet. But if I might be one of the few people who are living here again, who knows? It would be insane, but that's how most wilderness, like most new civilizations start. Some people are considered insane to go out into the wilderness where it's dangerous and set up a home.
Yeah. I mean, you were asking if they had a mayor. Maybe they now have one.
Who knows? I have no idea.
Running
Everything
unopposed.
will change if I ever hit level 2. I rolled for my wealth, right? I did. And I already added it up, right?
Mm.
No, I didn't. Alright. I need to add my gold and silver and other counts.
I'll let you do the math so that there's just double, but so far I've got 1,238 copper. But I will let you verify that.
Yes. So 579 plus it's the other number.
And it was 43 plus 71 or 56. I gotta read this. No, those are my. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one.
43 plus 97. Right? I think so.
I might have got that. I might have been looking at the wrong numbers. What did I just do?
Oh yeah, so 624 copper looted plus the other copper looted, which is total to 579. So my current wealth in hoard is 1203. My current silver in hoard is going to be the 43 plus the 97.
Okay.
which is 140.
It is.
And my total gold in Horde is 37 plus 46, which is 83. So if we add this up all into pure gold value,
Mm-hmm.
this will be 83 plus 14 plus 12. I have looted 109 gold worth of coinage, not specifically valuables. You
Mhm.
could, what's that word where you just like generalize loot, not coinage, but like loot and trinkets and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I am going to. I'm going to make some rolls off camera before the next session for next week, just to see if you find like the low chance of a magic something or some books or some other stuff. But for sure, just gold wise, that's all we're counting right now.
And yeah, I separated, but I could have just grabbed it and brought it to the snow place. Who knows?
So is that two?
It's
That's
not that
so sorry. Go ahead.
109 gold worth of coinage.
And that's
But
2
that I
XP
looted.
per, right? So that's 218 XP for just gold.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Shall I add it now?
I'm going to give you a whole list. 1 second. Let me see. You explored a really good ways. That's going to be that. You met some good people, some RP. That's going to be that. You avoided a couple interactions. I give at least early level, and if you start to manipulate this, I'll stop doing it. But you were actually at risk of dying with those wolves, even though they were across the river, and the bear, even though it was across the river. Like, that could have, a couple of rolls, it noticed you, it was angry, it kills you. I'm going to give you something for seeing it.
It could have been a combat encounter.
Could have been. So I've been giving like a fourth of what killing it would be. So I'm going to give you about 30 for those two, or 60 for those two. And then that, let me verify with one more page to make sure I'm not missing something.
Other bard experience rules.
Yes.
I did not, you're doing that one. Successful use of ability. I did succeed on, I think, a few eavesdrop checks.
Yeah, so you definitely would have. And you would have done it at each of the house. You wouldn't have passed all of them,
that would have
but
been very granular.
yeah.
If like we get into like the dangers of the situation, so you could limit the number of eavesdrop checks. Because at the end of the day, you are deciding what's in these buildings. But if every single building is empty, if I eavesdrop every single building, was that a success? Whether I pass or fail?
I mean, technically, yes. Hearing nothing is still a success, technically, if there was nothing to hear.
You could have put an encounter. We could get very specific with this. You could have one specific building in this entire village with the threat.
Yeah. And maybe there is. I'm not going to say there's no threat. Just you haven't seen it yet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So be wary of how much XP you're giving me from eavesdrop, because this is a very big place.
Yeah. How many did you actually roll? And you failed a couple that you did roll. No, because with the bonus, you've passed the first one. With the bonus, you passed the second one by like 1 point. And then you failed the third one. I need to roll up and just double check.
The thieves, the ones I'm making with eavesdrop are the +9s.
Yes.
So I passed 1, I passed 2 with the bonus.
I think you failed the third one, unless I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't a third one.
+9s. There was. After one of the copper rolls, I rolled a 5 +9 is 14, which is clearly a failure.
Yeah. Okay.
So I technically made 2 eavesdrop checks, mechanically.
And then what other mechanics did you do?
Specifically for Bard, monster experience, group experience, hit die defeated, gold, abilities I use. I attempted, but I did not succeed, so I actually don't get it. The pickpocket. Oh, the deckhand. The dog. So that's a failure. It's not successful, so I don't get anything for that. I didn't do any forgery or climbing. So those are all my special abilities.
Okay.
And
like if you
at that point just like quest XP for the group.
Yeah. So if you were like a thief and you were picking locks, like I would give you more XP for the harder lock.
but I'm not doing locks.
Yeah, you're doing a skill and you're thief-like. But should I make any like a bonus if it's like if you
No,
do it
because
really
it
well?
specifically calls
Yeah.
out for successful use. If there's like layers of success,
Mm-hmm.
who knows? But
What does it say per successful one?
just that per successful use of a special ability. So minimum success would qualify, maximum success would qualify, no difference.
Okay.
Because presumably harder challenges would have like negative modifiers to the check in the first place.
Oh, right. So just passing it by themselves. Yeah, yeah. No, that totally makes sense.
Yes.
I need to read in my book because I haven't actually given XP out for this before. I need to. How much do I want to give per?
Ooh.
XP per.
Thief and bards level the fastest.
Yeah, I mean they do. That gold will really help.
Listen, if I hit level 2, not only do I gain spells, I get to roll an extra hit die, and that will determine how confident I am fighting bears.
Yeah. I don't imagine you're gonna level up this section, but
Probably not.
yeah.
But the world's my oyster, apparently. Oh, look! Graves! To be robbed! Like, I have leather armor. I don't have chain armor. If I get the wealth, I can put in an order for chain armor to justify doing more dangerous adventures.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Also, armor, full chain armor is only 80 gold. Right? Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
80
right.
gold for a full set of chain armor, according to the economics sheet. So that's +5 to AC over my current +3 with full leather. I could get 18 AC. That's good.
That would be crazy for your character. That would be like really good
Yes.
AC.
And then I just start traveling with light encumbrance everywhere. Because why not?
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like your speed
In a
really
rush.
matters on the main map. Maybe just like in battle, but you could drop your backpack. So
Exactly. And then you could do the thing no DM ever does. Have a goblin or a kobold pick up the backpack and run away.
and I'm going to. Oh, I'm definitely going to.
Please, you have to do that if any player ever does it. DMs don't do it enough. Players hate losing their stuff because they have to keep in mind their weight tolerances.
But yeah, people hate that. Okay, you know what? My brain is not gonna let me find the answer right when I need
You can
to.
delay XP. I'm not leveling the session. I highly
XP
doubt
for
it, unless you give me all the eavesdrops.
Oh, this says 100. Is this 2E? I was either
I'm
thinking
looking
like
at
50 or 100.
Oh, it might be different because this is XP. Oh no, this mentions in the Dungeon Master's Guide, Chapter 2 experience.
I should be looking at Purple
Dungeon Master
Worm.
Guide.
Oh, this says
Experience.
100 for each skill, and this is in the Bard Handbook. This is referencing page 102 in the Bard Handbook. Let me pull that up.
Ooh, we love books referencing different XP amounts.
I do. Sorry, what was the one you were referencing? Did I interrupt? Sorry. What did I say? 102?
I was referencing the Complete Bard's Handbook.
Oh. No, that's the one I was referencing too. Complete Bard's Handbook, page 102.
There's also individual class awards
Okay.
in the DMG that just represents 200 XP and the 2 gold and the 5 XP from Bard. So the Complete Bard's Handbook has additional No, it's not even different. It's the exact same. There's a more completed version of the Bard of XP. There's like a separate chart, table 22, that gives me more sources of XP as a Bard, but technically less loot XP. Or not loot XP, less loot XP and less thief ability XP. So, complete Bard's Handbook, Chapter 8, role-playing bards.
Yeah, but do you want to take less?
Less loot XP, but in exchange
Gives
I
you
gain
more.
XP for performances and the like.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I think you would get performances either way. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
This also allows for use of magic items at level 10. Um, thief thief abilities are separate from special abilities from Bard, so I could be using Bard special abilities, which is going to be a thing that happens. I will be using Bardic special abilities, such as identifying magic items, inspiring groups of NPCs or party members before combat. I think those are the two big ones. I think there might be one more.
Okay, so this
Like
is saying
other
100
Bard
per thief ability. Is that what
I
you're
think
reading?
yes.
Yeah.
That's table 22, right?
And then I see 21. Was there a third table you were referencing?
No, it's just 21 and 22.
Cool.
The 200 versus 100. So, do I want to have unique XP sources from doing bardic things?
I think you should.
You know what? I think I should, because giving performances is a big thing about the bard. And I did a little performance with the girl in town to improve my relations with the villagers who are terrified of strangers.
Oh no, yeah, that
whistling
one too. Yeah,
was
yeah.
with the sheriff.
But that
I
was
did not
something,
succeed
right?
with the sheriff.
Oh yeah, no.
No, it was, because you have a modifier. He was drunk.
Yes, you did. 100%. Okay,
He
so
gave me information.
what did you do with the
we're
girl
doing-
that was bardish? You let her hit you.
I was doing a. I was letting her hit me in mock dueling
Yes.
to calm the fears
Yes.
of the entirety of the village.
Beautiful. These aren't. Hold on, let me read this, because this doesn't sound like it's talking about two different. This doesn't sound like it's talking about competing things. This sounds like it's talking about two different things.
These are two separate charts that we use one or the other.
Yeah, but one's talking about special abilities versus thief.
Yes. So special ability is just anything? I think?
No, I get that, but it's just like, wouldn't you want? I feel like there should be both. Like, I feel like there should be special abilities that are just barred, and then you should still get 100 for your thief abilities. Is this other chart saying you get less
table
because? Okay.
Yeah, table 22, I gain less from thief abilities.
But I'm saying 100. Where's the
Well,
less that you would otherwise gain? Sorry, that's what I'm confused on.
One is 200 per special ability.
Yeah, but thief ability and special ability are two different things, right? Or are special ability counting thief ability?
Actually, they must be separate for the complete Bard's Handbook. I think table 21 does not mention thief ability, so table 22 is just better overall. Okay. Oh, less gold. Less gold XP.
What does this one say gold XP? Oh, 1. Oh, 1 versus 2. Oh, okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with less loot XP.
So this is using thief, and then, but what's the bonus? So 200 for 10th level above, that's fine. Special abilities, 150 for special ability, but
yes,
it's not mentioning thief at all in the above chart. Okay. Yeah, I say 22, if that's what you say.
Let's do it.
Sick. So I will just change this to 119 instead of 219, but I think that'll play out better. Okay, and then you did 150 and 150 for both of those, right? So 300 for your bard interactions, and it was just those two bardish interactions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't a major performance, because I'm not like doing a whole thing for the town for everyone to gather over, and I'm doing a great old like telling a story to ooh or awe them, which is oh no, that is an actual thing. That is a bard ability I could have used on the entirety of that village, I think. It's fine. Next time.
Sorry, I missed that. Which bard ability were you talking about?
I can influence reactions of groups of NPCs.
Yep. Yeah, you could have made them all friendly. Probably, yeah.
Or, if I failed, make them all hate me.
Yeah. And if they were already cautious of you, I wonder if hatred would have been like, started to attack you. Maybe not. They probably would have thought you would have whooped their ass. For major performance, okay, yeah, not major. Gold. Hit die creature defeated, haven't. And I don't know if that hit die for creature is different than
It's the same.
Than the
5 a month.
fighter? Okay.
Oh, fighters. No, they get
Fighter's
gets
much
extra,
higher.
I think.
Yeah. I'm still going to give you that based on fighter just because I think it's fun, but I might change that later. So I'm going to give you 109 for the gold, 100 for exploring, 100 for role playing, 30 for not dying to the wolf, 30 for not dying to the bear, and 300 for your or 150 each for your bard interactions with the sheriff and then the child for a total of 669.
Nice. I am halfway to level 2.
Are you really?
1250 is the second level up for thieves and
Yeah,
bards.
it is.
They're the fastest level ups. And
So
I am
nice.
looting a town right now. I might just hit level 2 next session. And that's gonna be super fun because we're gonna roll for spells then, and that's gonna be so amazing.
Woo!
Oh my god! Granted, there could be an encounter.
Yeah,
There
you could
be a
die.
wild beast.
Yeah.
It could crit me. It could be all over.
Your body could be crucified by whatever evil entity had previously gone through this town, and it's probably still familiar
the
with it.
villagers crucified the people who got attacked by the werewolves, and they crucified the victims. And these poor, terrible, crucified victims of werewolves were forced to watch as the town were brutally murdered by the werewolves. And the werewolves were like, "You're gonna die already."
I mean, wait, did you watch that No, I'm kidding. You're not too far off. You know what? You're getting pretty close.
I did not watch any of that.
You pick up on details.
Not a lot to go off of.
Yeah.
But I pay attention to the details.
I appreciate that.
I'm loving this.
One of my favorite games early on was like the first Destiny, and what I loved about it is because like the details were so bare unless you read the extra stuff. And the same kind of storytelling that I love with FromSoft games. It's like you could almost ignore all the lore, or you could dive super deep. I love that.
Oh, I am reading this under table 21 as an appendum. It does say Bard's special abilities include his thief skills, his ability to read any magical item, and a special benefit. So technically, yes, the 200 would apply to thief skills, but it's fine. I want to stick with table 22. I love that. I think table 22 is more accurate because I don't want to just be gold maxing.
Okay. And it makes sense that yours is a little bit different than a thief, even if in my world eventually bards come from thieves. But right now, yeah. Okay, if we're sticking with 22, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And then 669 is what we did.
Do I have the most XP?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, someone's gone through more than one session.
Yes.
So maybe not them, but more than the guy I started on Monday.
It's going to be interesting due to how fast thieves level. We make it this far. They're going to be like, wait, how are you...
What the heck?
Who knows what will happen?
Yeah.
I've been on many a raid. No, can't get there yet. I can't tell them the stories I've been on.
If you got to if you reach the end of the world or end game at like level whatever, let's say 16, and everybody else is like level 12 or something, there will be some like kind of equalizer that you will discover what it is that I've planned, but I still think you would largely feel the difference in being that many levels ahead of them.
We shall see. But I'm just happy with this very ground-to-earth level of like, I am currently raiding this destroyed village of its wealth. I'm making this place my own because I can.
No one else is gonna.
I'm making my money. Yes, there are kobolds, but I have no reason to deal with the kobolds. There's undead over there. I have no reason to deal with undead.
Yeah. Do you feel kind of trapped at this moment in time? Like you're trapped in the north, or how does that feel?
What happens is, I think Vorkona's perspective right now is that she's adventuring, right? She's only level 1 adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
She is exploring the world that she has seen her family done before or without her, and so she's taking all these experiences to heart. this is her first raid, as she says, taking this wealth, and technically it's been getting better the longer she does. And I think with that is coming the confidence, and at the end of the day, how confident you are going into a fight will determine how capable you are. And when when those moments come, I think she will become confident, and therefore the levels match and the skills that go with to brave the world and start. And like, yeah, these are not barriers; they are challenges to face, and that's what this whole thing is about, right? There are 4 challenges to complete. Number 3.
Not only is that what this campaign is about, that's essentially what D&D is. Just like challenges to do it, to defeat, to win, to not die.
Yep, and we're getting there.
I wonder if people stop playing D&D ever and then just start treating real life like D&D, so that they're just like, no, I don't need D&D because I'm going to slaughter the metaphorical dragon in my life. Sounds
That's
boring.
people working a second job to get the money they need to leave and go elsewhere, or to not have to worry about income again.
They want to play
You're
D&D
smart.
though. They want to.
They want to, and when they spend so much time on D&D, you can't help but ask the question, wait, what else can I be doing? Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think combat is inevitable to either next session or at least a session after, right?
I set up
Any
some
encounter
combats.
Could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you would have chased those bears or the wolves, there's combat related to those. Yeah. Or the random combat that you could roll.
A whole bunch of caltrops and bear traps. That's how it goes, right? I'm gonna buy a crossbow because I don't have that because I'm poor. That's the whole idea. I'm poor.
You're rich now.
This general store, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm super glad you had a good time.
Right.
Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. No. You good for next Thursday?
Yes. Well, let me check my calendar. I started using Google Calendar, and I don't think we have many viewers right now. But that's fine. I liked it. I liked the stream anyways. I am free next Thursday. Same time.
Sick. Okay. Let me put you in my calendar.
I need to write down this other bardic ability that I didn't write down before.
Okay.
Yeppers.
Yeppers peppers. Awesome. We will be back next Thursday. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been an advanced 2nd edition D&D session called Nobody number 3. I've been your DM, Vasi, and this has been The Player, Palace.